Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Welcome on in. I'm VelvettB. Thanks for joining me today in The Sims 4. I am sponsored by EA. Thank you, EA, for your continued sponsorship. Much appreciated. And the stream is sponsored by EA because we are building in The Sims 4 today and we are taking on a shell challenge. Yay! I'm excited. This is a shell challenge that has been set by the wonderful Nasena. Let's go check it out in the gallery. Welcome in, Vinny. Welcome in, Havoc. Gosh, were you guys waiting? Thank you for being here so quickly. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Actually, it's first and second today. Kitty treat. Savio will love that. Thank you, Havoc. Rainbow, welcome on in. Hey Rainbow, if you redeem third, first, second, and third today get to choose packs that we're going to use. I'm not going to exclusively use those packs, but, you know, they're going to be highlighted packs for today. So first, second, and third get to choose highlighted packs for the day, for today's build. And I'm building something modern and industrial style, if that helps with your decision. There we go, Rainbow. There we go. Excellent. So yeah, we're doing a modern industrial style build. Okay, so we've got werewolves from Havoc. Thank you very much, Havoc. We'll be using that. And two more packs, Vinny and Rainbow. Give it to me when you've got the chance. So today we are going to be building the Nistal shell. And this is up on the gallery as a shell challenge. So if anybody else is wanting to do this, it is still a couple of weeks, I think, until it's due. So you've got time. And it's under hashtag Nistal shell. You can move the sections around, combine them any way you wish. You just cannot delete the walls. You can add platforms, foundations, or anything else. All packs okay, and any lot size is okay. So, woo! Now, how is everybody today? Businesses and hobbies, perfect. Thank you, thank you. Businesses and hobbies, werewolves. Now, my lovely Vinny, I just need you to give me a pack. And this is the shell that we're going to be building with today. It's interesting. Let's just say that. It's interesting. That's cool. We can make that work. I can do something with that. I can move this like tall tower bit around wherever I like, so that's good. I'm just going to situate it and see where I want to put it. So, tell me about it. How is everybody today? I want to hear all about how you all are. I am like my little handsies are very cold because it's quite a cold day. It's raining and I'm snuggled under a blanket and I had the fire on for a first time in a while. So yes, it's been a little chilly. I feel like this shell is a lot smaller than I thought it was. That's okay. Nasena, welcome in. Hey, we're doing a shell. I'm going to have fun with it. I haven't even started yet, but we're going to have fun with it. It's going to be good. Taylor Swift wave. Love that. Love that, Havoc. Alchemy, Vinny, I can't remember the name of the pack I want to suggest. Hold on. Eco Lifestyle. Brilliant. I love that pack. Okay. I'm loving that pack. So, perfect. So, we're going to be using primarily werewolves, eco lifestyle, and businesses and hobbies. Those are my three feature packs today that we're going to be building with. Not exclusively with those, but it will be a feature pack. So that's exciting. Rainbow, you're doing much better today. This week I lost my glasses and had really bad headaches for days at work. So this is the first evening I've been able to relax. Oh my gosh. Oh no. So did you end up finding your glasses or are they still lost? Because that's difficult, to say the least. Yeah, that's really difficult. Wow. That is rough, yeah. You found them. Oh, great. Okay, great. That's good. I'm glad that you found them. I don't know what I would do if I lost my glasses. I would be like, no. Yeah, that would seriously suck. So, yeah, not down for losing my glasses. I really feel like I need to move this to a smaller lot. This is way too big for what I wanted to do. So we're going to save this because I want to keep that configuration. We're going to move this to a smaller lot. maybe we'll move this to Nordhaven. That's not a bad idea. If there's a good lot in Nordhaven, maybe we'll do it in Nordhaven. That could be fun for today. Since we're doing, you know, a little bit of feature with businesses and hobbies. Let's see. Because I was looking at Nordhaven and I was thinking, oh my gosh, these lots are too small. But now looking at the size of the shell, it's like teeny tiny. So I think maybe a 20 by 20 lot might do the trick for what I want to do today. So yay. You found them and you're so much better today. Excellent. Yeah, it's not very big. I thought it was bigger than what it is. So, it's fine. I can live with that. So let's add in our thing from the gallery. Here we go. Vinny, don't look. There's a little hint at your birthday shell. I started working on it yesterday. Shh. Wait, what happened? Okay. I don't know what happened there. What's with the weird squiggly line? There's a weird squiggly line going on there. Okay, that's fine. Weird squiggly line. I need a 30 by 20. It's too small. It's your eyes, yes. So, yeah, so it's a cold and rainy day here. How is it for everybody else? Is it cold? Is it rainy? What's the deal with your weather? Or is it hot? Because I know a lot of you are still in sort of heading towards... Oh, it's autumn now for everyone, right? In the Northern Hemisphere, because we're in spring. But, yeah, autumn for you guys. Ooh, has it cooled down a bit? Oh, it's a sideways lot. I'm having lot issues. I'm having major lot issues, I think. If this is sideways lot... Damn it. This is not going well. That's okay, we can just chat while I find the lot that I want. I want a 30 by 20 lot that is a front-facing one, like a long one, rather than a sideways one. Have you guys noticed, actually, this is an interesting point, that there's a lot more, because back in the old days, in the olden times, there was, you know, a lot more lots, actually that's a perfect lot, that were 30 by 20, and they were vertical. But nowadays, there's a lot more 30 by 20s, and they're horizontal. So it does make it quite interesting, just that shift in, yeah, the lot, and how that kind of works. Okay, we're going to build on this one. So, yeah, I noticed that particularly if you're trying to do something where, you know, you want to have a build that works in, you know, multiple kind of places, like, you know, maybe Newcrest as well as other areas, because, of course, you know, if you're looking at a lot like Newcrest, you know, a world like Newcrest, they don't have the sideways lots. So, you know, it's quite fascinating. This kind of shift away from the vertical 30 by 20. Anyway. Just something I'd noticed, as an aside. Rainbow, it's cold and rainy and stormy. Yes, exactly the same as here. You didn't want to go crazy big. That's all right. I will make it work. I'll make it work. I've got some ideas. Nurse, it's warm during the day, but it's cool at night. Oh, that's perfect weather. Oh, you hate that? Oh, that sounds like great weather for me. Like warm during the day and then cold at night. So you can snuggle in bed and you don't like overheat in bed. Ah, oh, that sounds amazing. I love that. I like how you hate it and I'm like, oh my god, that's amazing. Nixie! Welcome in! We are building the shell of Vainacena, the Mist Tool Shell. So that's what we're doing today. We're building something modern and industrial. This is the plan. Oh, thank you, Lil. Welcome on in. Love you too. 146. Welcome on in. I hope you're doing well today. Messina, no, I hate the lots being horizontal. Oh. Sometimes I don't mind it. But then other times I'm like, I would actually like a bit more of a mix. I don't want it to kind of be, you know, the same all of the time. So I would appreciate it if we got like a little bit more of a mix in terms of the, you know, the perspective of the of the lots rather than it just being all the same all of the, all the time. So, yeah. I wonder, because have you guys seen the new map? I wonder if I saved it. So there's the map. I've seen the map for the new world, which is Gibby Point, for the Adventure Awaits pack. And I don't know. Yes, I do. I do have it. Here we go. So this is Gibby Point, which is the new world that we're getting with Adventure Awaits. So I actually haven't looked at the perspective side of things with this, but now that I look at this here, right? So this one looks like a vertical lot right here, maybe, or maybe not. It's a bit hard to tell. Maybe that's the front of the house. So this looks like a horizontal lot. This is definitely a horizontal lot. We've got a 20 by 20. We've got two 64 by 64 lots, two 50 by 50 lots, and we've got another 30 by 20 there, which does look vertical. So that makes me happy. A 40 by 40. We don't have too many of those in the game. The only one I can think of is in Brindleton Bay, off up to the side. I know I built a castle on there once. And yeah, this, oh, I think that's a horizontal one as well, and that's a horizontal. So it's quite interesting that they're kind of moving a lot of the lots, because a lot of the lots used to be vertical. But they've got a big shift towards the horizontal, which is quite interesting. But you kind of, it's an interesting mix. Ben, welcome in, mother of the fairy Savio Vega. How are you today, Ben? Are you cold, stormy, and rainy today as well? It seems we've got some cold, stormy, rainy weather in a few places, and we've got some warm in other places. Nasina, it would be all better if we could pick the dang screenshot we use, then I wouldn't care. Yes, you know what, Nasina, that's a good point. I wouldn't care either if we could just choose which angle we want to shoot on, and then you can just kind of place it however you like. But no, Nix, you want this pack so bad? So do I. Also, how cool are the names of the neighborhoods? Wonderwood Wilds, Jellyfish Junction, and Crystal Valley. So I feel like Jellyfish Junction will have like the glowworm caves with the jellyfish. I was going to say the Waitomo caves. I could be right. And Wonderwood Wilds, that's where sort of like the camps are, it looks like, because that's where the thermal pools are, the thermal hot pools and the geyser. Crystal Valley? Yeah. Man, it looks awesome. I'm very excited about it. Rainbow, you're so excited to see all these lot sizes. Ooh, was that your first time seeing them? I hope I helped. I was quite excited. I didn't realize that they'd been released, and I saw them. Someone had posted yesterday, I'm gonna say, in a Discord that I'm in, and yeah, they had that it was in a blog post in there, and I was like, ooh, awesome. So I'm very excited to see some new things and new lots and all of the things. I'm always excited to see all of the things. How do I want to do this? I think it'd be a bit insane to do it like this. You hadn't seen them yet? Oh, yay! I'm glad I could share. Vinny, Jellyfish Junction is giving SpongeBob. Oh my gosh. Imagine that. Under the Sea Adventures. Cutie! Welcome on in. How are you? How are you today? Are you doing good? I don't know what I'm doing right now. I had a plan, but the shape isn't working for what I wanted to plan. So I don't know if I'm going to do this plan. You know what? Actually, I do want to do this plan. I'm going to do this plan. Dun, dun, dun. I think. I don't know. I'm going to play around it. We'll see. We'll see what comes of this. So we're doing a little modern industrial build today is my actual plan. So we'll kind of see how that pans out. My plan pans out. That was your first look at the map too. Ah, cool. Oh well, I'm glad I could share it. There we go. Sometimes I'm good for something. Sometimes I know things. Yeah, it looks really good. I think it's an exciting looking map, and I think we're going to be able to do like quite a lot with it, which is also mega exciting. I don't know if it's going to be insanely large or what it is, but we're gonna run with it and see how it all turns out. I might have a plan, I might not have a plan. We'll see how it goes. It's the mystery that we all love, right? Will this turn into something? Will this not? Will this look utterly ridiculous? Who knows? If I hate it, I'll just delete it and try something else. It's fine. This is my plan. If I hates it, I deletes it. QT, thank you. I'm doing okay, thanks. Just getting a bite to eat and saw you on. Ooh, what are you getting to eat? And yeah, actually, no, I won't stop you from going to eat. Go eat, because I know, like, what I'm like when I want to eat, and it's just like, do not stop me, please and thank you. Don't stand between me and my food. So please go get your food and enjoy your food, because I think that's very important, that you go get your food and you enjoy your food. A highly important situation. I'm going across there. Ooh. So, what I'm thinking... how to explain what I'm thinking. So, I don't know what time o'clock this morning I was thinking about this. Because I looked at this build last night. And this shell last night. So, I was kind of... I had it in my brain. Because I knew I was going to be building this today. And... so, my brain this morning, when it woke up ridiculously early, as it does, way too early, it was just kind of thinking about what to do for this. And I just sort of thought, like, a weird, like, kind of A-frame thing going on. I don't know if this is going to work because it looks really big at the front. And, like, some stairs running up the side with the tower. And then we'll have, like, some living space and bits and pieces in through here as well that we're going to create with our false walls. So, yeah. I don't know. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but we'll see. Crossing my fingers. You never quite know. Cutie, you froze some individual portions of leftover spaghetti, so it's unthawing, reheating in the pressure cooker. Hope it turns out okay. Oh, that sounds amazing. Oh, I love pasta. Actually, that reminds me, I forgot to take out our chicken for our pasta tonight. We're having pasta for dinner as well. And I am looking forward to have that. I love pasta night, so I'm very excited by having a little bit of pasta. Or possibly a lot of pasta. Why is it not wide enough for stairs? Oh, nurse, you didn't make this wide enough for stairs. This disappoints me greatly. Disappoints me greatly. Let's see if I can get a twisty version. Ben, I remember how excited you were about having pasta. I legit am. It's just like, it's my favorite weekday meal night is pasta. It's my fave. What can I say? I wonder if I did this and created like spandrels. It's what I make is like a red sauce pasta. So it's a marinara sauce, spiral pasta and chicken. And it's got like kind of a Mediterranean-ish kind of feel to it because I put in, what are they? Courgettes with them as well. And if I have them available, it's eggplant too. So that kind of goes in there. And it's just like a sort of almost like a Mediterranean kind of vibe to it all. And it's delicious. I make it nommy. So yeah, that's kind of what we're having, and I look forward to it every week because it's my fave meal a week. Ah, this sucks. This is not working the way that I wanted it to work. Hey Nis, can I just make these wider? Because my stairs can't fit in there. I wanted some stairs, but that's fine. I can make something else go in there. The idea is that we have this kind of running through, like, up through there, but I don't know that I like that. bring that in so we don't get that flickering. And I might bring this in like this again so we don't get the flickering. So the idea is that I want this to be like kind of, you know, like a semi loft kind of dealio. Is the idea behind it. So we're kind of like doing an industrial style loft thing. And I need this to have flooring. It's disappearing my flooring on me. I know what I want to do. We'll just put an extra roof level down. That will solve the problem. So I don't know, as I said, I don't know whether or not this will work, but I'm going to give it a whirl and see how it kind of pans out. Move that in, move that in. And then what we're going to do is run a little half gable along here. So, yes, pasta night tonight. I'm very excited by pasta night every time, every week. Do you guys have like a favorite meal that you guys like to have? Out of curiosity. I mean, anytime that I'm having burgers is like all good with me as well. I love me like burgers, anything like that. It's just like yummo. Thank you very much. I will have me some burgers. Kitty, I do too, but I don't have it often. I go through periods when I cannot get enough, and then to uck again. Yeah, I get that. I get that. You do go through phases where you like want to gorge something all of the time, and then other times it's just like, no, I don't even want to look at that right now. So yeah, I get that. I get that. It's like I'll go through like I quite often actually, you know, my thing that I do that with is soup, and I go through these phases where I absolutely love soup and I want to have soup all of the time, and then there's other times where it's just like, no, I can't even face the thought of soup. You know, I feel like that's, you know, kind of one of those funny things when it comes to food, where you just go through those phases, and it's like, do I love it? Do I not love it? I don't know. Okay, so what we're gonna do is add in another flooring level. Because this is a shell challenge, what I'm not allowed to do is add any exterior walls. So I'm kind of working around that. We're going to work around that today. And come up with a different plan. Okay. Down a level, there we go. Okay, there we go. No, but I don't want that connected. Oh man, why you connect and make that happen? Don't do. Stupid game. Oh boy. So it's gonna be I think a rainy day for the rest of the day today, which is a shame. The kids won't love it. They won't be able to go outside and jump around on the trampoline. Speaking of the trampoline... oh, I know what to do. What am I doing? I'm having a brain fart. I think I might need some caffeine. Never mind me. Just completely being a complete dummy. I just need to put another level in. There we go. Alright. Send help. Being dumb. Now, this is a little wild. Like, this is definitely not the shape that we started with. So that's cool. I'm happy with that. And I do need some wall spaces. I was also thinking that I want to do like a little deck in through here too. So we have a cute little deck in through there. And I'm going to create some false walls. So shh, sneaky, sneaky. And I will need some stairs, which unfortunately I can't get in through here. I really wanted the stairs going up through here. This is kind of my vision. We could maybe have ladders, but that doesn't look as cool, you know? Ooh, whoopsies. That's fine. You know what would be perfect right now is we have like some little mini like spiral stairs. That would be so good. Oh my gosh, we're getting raided! Holy moly! Welcome in, guys. New Zealand Haley, hi. Welcome in. Vinny, you love homemade casserole? Brilliant. Rainbow, any meal that involves carbs and cheese you're always excited for. Yes. Oh, I hope you're well today, Haley. Thanks for being here. Murley Sims has rated the channel with 10 viewers. We're having a coffee raid. Hi, Shaz. Hi, Muir. Hi, Immortal McLeod. Oh my god, what a night. Oh, what happened tonight? Tell me about it. How was your stream? What was going on? I was in the zone. I was doing my thing. I was trying to work things out. What were you guys doing? Thank you for the raid. And how are you all today? Tell me about how you all are and what was the dealio? What happened? What's been happening in the world for you guys? I wants to hear all about it. No, Nixie, Cajun chicken pasta or lasagna are my faves. Ooh, those sound delicious. Yum. I love the idea. Stream was an absolute dumpster fire in the best way. Oh my gosh. Okay, what happened? I've got to hear about this. This sounds like some serious goss here. What happened on stream that created the dumpster fire? I'm very curious. You can't build stairs through spandrels, can you? Velvet says hopefully. Ah, I just can't do it. Okay. Fine. I can't do the stairs the way I wanted to do them. I'll just have to accept it and move on. I'm refusing to accept it, however. Haley, it's Friday, so that's a good start. Haley, I love Fridays. Fridays are my fave because it's just the longest point from the end of the week to the start of the week. And I am 150% there for that. I love it. So yeah, I'm with you. Fridays are a great start to any kind of day. Love that. Now, did you guys know that if you go into debug with this, by the way, you go into debug and you go into stair railings, the actual side railing for the stair from businesses and hobbies is actually in there. So it's actually a debug item. Isn't that just bizarre that that's a debug item? I find it bizarre that it's a debug item and that they didn't put it in the game. Anywho, it's there. But yes, you have to go into debug to find it. So secrets. Now we know the secrets. You guys are all traumatized from what happened on stream. Now I need to know what happened. Muir, I tried a rags to riches make money by crafting only challenge in the OG Sims. Oh no, did you die? Sims 1, it's so hard to make money in it. What happened? The Immortal McLeod, I'm good, thanks, just a bit tired. Oh yeah, well it'll be getting later, towards later in the day for you, right? I assume if you're in the Northern Hemisphere. I just constantly assume that you're Scottish. So in my mind, you're in Scotland. So I assume it's getting like 10:30 p.m. for you. It's the name. I made the assumption. I'm sorry. Mio, you started off with a sim and an easel. Found out that painting in OG Sims does not pay well at all. Sims needs dropped. Oh no. Solved the magic stuff you get from the mysterious man to get some money for a bed and toilet. Sims needs are still in the red, so bought a wishing lamp. Jeannie gave my sim 3,000 in bills. Oh no! Oh my gosh! Muir, so I cheated money in to pay the bills and gave him an oven in a fridge. 3, oh my gosh, imagine that. You're poor as anything, and then a genie takes away all your cash and makes it so you have no money. And then puts you in debt on top of that. Oh, that's hilarious. It was just a typical day in The Sims. Oh, that is amazing. Now, I know, I realize this looks like I'm adding walls. I'm gonna they're just there for building purposes. I will be taking them away. So they are for building purposes only. These lovely walls that I'm currently constructing. So please don't judge me for my placing of walls. They will get deleted. I super duper promise. Oh my gosh. Oh no! Get some sleep. Thank you for being here, McLeod. See you next time. Bye. Muir, he wet his pants and then burned to death in a fire while cooking. Oh no, it got worse. Oh no, so the Sim, he was poor. He was a poor artist, and you wished on a genie's lamp. You got put in debt by 3,000 simoleons. You cheated money. You paid the bills. Gave him an oven and fridge. He peed his pants, burned to death in a fire while cooking on the oven that you gave him when you cheated. I feel like there's a moral here. There's a moral to the story. Now, what could it be? Is it that cheating doesn't get you very far in The Sims 1, perhaps? Oh my gosh, that's an amazing story. That must have been so fun on stream. Holy guacamole. Oh, Sims 1. Oh wow, what a wild time. Were you guys just like laughing your heads off laughing your heads off with laughter? Crying your heads off with laughter is what I meant to say. Laughing your heads off with laughter. It was a Murphy's Law type of scenario. It absolutely sounds it. Holy guacamole. Muir, we just sat there after Grim reeked him laughing and watching the fire spread. As you do, because yes, that's some serious bad luck. Oh wow. I feel like that's also a indication that you do not messing with genies in the Sims 1 is risky business. But cheating in The Sims 1, even riskier business, because The Sims is like, nah, we ain't having that. You cheated to pay those bills that your lovely genie gave you. See you later. Bye-bye. Shaz, yeah, so that happened and now we all have PTSD and have nightmares forever. Does that make you feel like maybe you don't ever want to use a genie again in The Sims 1, Muir? Because I would feel like a little bit of trepidation if an opportunity come along and for me to use a genie in the game, if I had something like that had happened, it'd be like, I don't know if I want to do this. It feels like it would be a little scary to do all that. And you just think, oh no, what's going to happen if I do this again? Is this going to be the worst possible choice in my life? And I feel like it would be. Did I see my reminder? Oh, I did. And then I probably forgot about it. I was very distracted by this amazing story. Thank you, Vinny. I have saved and I'm hydrating. I've got my cola. Shaz, it made up your mind about getting TS1. Was the decision in favour of or against? I feel like it was in favour of. I feel like it was. I mean, I've played a little bit of TS1 not that long ago, but I need to go back and play it again because seriously, amazing game. It just for nostalgia's sake as well, because you know, who doesn't love a little bit of chaos with Sims 1? Who doesn't? Okay, got my fake doorway there, and I'm just going to delete all my fake walls now. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. Here we go, look at that. Can't even tell it's fake. Can a little bit. Yeah, it was very hit and miss with the genie. When it hits, you can get some pretty nice stuff, but when it misses, and it misses a lot, it's brutal. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. It feels like, it's one of those things where you definitely have to really think about whether or not you want to go down that route and be like, is the risk worth the reward? But sometimes when you're desperate, like you're at a point in the game and, things are going wrong. You're in debt. You're a starving artist. Your needs aren't getting taken care of. I mean, really, you think to yourself, what's the worst that could happen? That's what you think. And then something like that happens, right? Your Sims burn to death in a fire after peeing themselves, and they've been basically put into some serious debt. And then you realize that's what's the worst is that can happen. That's the worst thing. Utter chaos and nightmares. Oh, that sounds amazing. Drink some Dr. Pepper and play The Sims OG. And Shaz, you're against getting The Sims 1. Oh. Imagine it though. Imagine the fun you could have. Like, it would be pretty cool. Just wondering if I should keep that open or put something over it. Might keep it open. Might keep it open. Can you believe it? Might do that. Da, 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 da. I don't know if I want to keep that there or not, but let's give them a floor. That's a nice idea. Nice to have a floor. So that is amazing. I love that story. That sounds like a wild stream, and it just really says a lot about The Sims 1 and the adventures that you can have. Like, I mean, I feel like you still have so much chaos in The Sims 4, but, not to that degree, And I haven't played a lot of Sims 2. I mean, I own it now, like the whole lot, but I haven't played a lot of it. But I know, for example, like Sims 2 is kind of well known for its chaos, right? From what I understand of Sims 2, like, it was pretty well known for all its sort of chaotic gameplay and everything like that. So I feel like that would be quite interesting to play some Sims 2 and just really lean into the chaos and see what happens. Dun, dun, dun. Ooh, this is looking cool. Muir, you have Dr. Pepper Cherry Crush over here. So good. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Because we don't really, like, you can get a little, I think, Dr. Pepper here and there around New Zealand, but it's not really a big kind of ticket item, if that makes sense. So it's not something you can easily get, let's put it that way. Yeah. So I don't really see it a lot. Like, if you go into like the import aisle, like a lot of the supermarkets have import aisles, and you can find it there sometimes, but a lot of the time, it's very hard to find. It's not like an everyday common kind of item here. So not that, I mean, I guess if you're in the supermarket and it's there, then I guess it could be everyday common enough. But it's not like on the regular shelves. It has to be on the import shelves, Chloe, welcome in. How are ya? I'm good, thank you. I'm a little cold. Like, I've got to get my hands warmed up a little bit, but I'm good. I'm good. How are you doing? Must be getting late for you, like around about midnight, right? Getting towards that time of day? Or time of night, as the case may be. Haley, you love The Sims 2? Oh, it's so funny. It's one of those things, like, at the time, and I don't know why it was, like, it was just, like, past me. I don't know. I can't explain past me. Past me's a weirdo. But past me just, like, didn't get into it. And I don't really understand why. I don't remember the reasons why at the time, why I just like didn't get into it, but I didn't. And yeah, I missed out on Sims 2. Like, I had the base game and then just never really played with it. So I think I really did miss out, which is a shame. Silly me. Silly me missing out on that one. Kind of wish I had been into it. Mua, oh yeah, if you want chaos, definitely play the OG Sims. I think it sounds like it's an utter disaster, and I love that. Like, the few times I've managed to catch you playing it, Mua, it's just always been so entertaining, and it just makes me realize that I really probably need to go back at some point and do some of these older games, because they do look really wonderful. But again, it's just that time and that, you know, desire, and sometimes going back isn't necessarily easy either, you know, because it's quite often a lot of nostalgia, right? And when you're playing these games, because it's a lot of what you remember and from the past and how you enjoyed it, and you know, that sort of thing. So it's not always like easy to go in fresh with an older game, if that makes sense. This is going to be a very dark build. I'm going to lighten it up with lots of windows, so it's fine. I'm not worried. I'm not worried. This is really not how I thought this was going to go. Shaz, it took you about a month to drink it because you were savoring it. Oh, your Dr. Pepper? Oh, you found a 10-pack on Amazon. Oh. All right. Haley, yeah, import aisles or sometimes random little dairies have stuff like that. Oh, yeah. You're right. You do have like those odd little dairies that might have picked it up from somewhere. But yeah, the import aisles are about the only place I can think of beyond. There's like there's a store that you can get, and it's online, and they have stuff as well. I'm just trying to think the name of it. It's like, oh, I don't know. They have like American, UK imports, American imports, and I think probably like different European imports, and you know, stuff like that. So they import quite a lot from all over the place. It's like an import food place, and you get all sorts of things from there, but it's not super cheap. So that's the thing. Not super cheap. What color floor would you normally have with an industrial? Like a dark brown, right? I feel like that would be the case. Chloe, you're not Team Dr. Pepper. You're more Team Coca-Cola. Hey, me too. Chloe, you and me are on the same team. Team Coca-Cola. Yeah, it's just a lack of easy access to Dr. Pepper, really. Shazzy, it's cold here too. You can't seem to get warm. Nah, yeah, I can't. I just like my little toesies are cold today. My hands are cold. Chloe, it's midnight, but I'll be sleeping in a bit. Oh, up late. Thanks for saying hi. Muir, pop is so expensive now. I love how you call it pop, like soda pop. That's so old school. I love it. £1.30 for a small bottle. Monster energy drinks have gone up to £2 now. Wow. Because like the pound is almost like double New Zealand, right? Okay, like 1.5 or something like that, or 2.5. I don't know. I know pounds are ridiculously. Yeah, this conversion is interesting with that. Chloe, the weather today is horrible too and humid. I feel jealous that you have great weather. Oh no, we don't. We're like cold and rainy, and like, yeah, it's gonna be thunderstorms and stuff later. So yeah, I don't know if you call that great. I mean, if you're all hot and humid though, like you look jealously at people that have the colder weather, and you're like, oh, I would love the colder weather. Haley, for me, I missed out on a lot of Sims 3 because at my time my computer couldn't run it, so I barely touched it. Ah. See, because I didn't get into Sims 2, I decided to skip Sims 3, and I kind of wish I hadn't, because I think from a nostalgia point of view, people have just sort of gone back to it and absolutely love that game, and I feel like I really missed out. But I also feel like it's going to be difficult to go back and enjoy the Sims 3 in the same way as, you know, as it was when it first came out. I feel like that's kind of a little bit of an impossibility. So yeah, I don't know. Really do feel like it's hard to go back with some of these games and enjoy them the way that they were, you know? I'd love to be able to, but it's just, I feel like that's an impossibility. With no sugar either. Shaz. Oh my gosh, even better. It's healthy for you, practically. Right? It's practically healthy for you. I feel like that's the case. Next, you don't like Dr. Pepper? I tried it one time many years ago when I was last in America, because it's a very well-known brand, because you see it in movies and things like that quite a lot, and so I feel like you do tend to get to know it as a brand thing. And I think it has like an aniseedy taste, and I could be wrong on this. This is just from my vague memory, and I do not like aniseed at all. It's one of those sort of herby or flavors like licorice, aniseed, anything like that is something that I can't handle flavor profile wise. Just it's a can't do it, kind of thing. So yeah, I'm not a fan of it from my memory of it, but I'm not 100% sure that I remember it correctly. So that's the thing with that, is like I don't think I like it, but I'm not 100% that I remember correctly that that's what it tastes like. Vinny, you like most sodas except Pepsi. Do you guys remember when there used to be like such a big battle between Pepsi and Coke? I remember they used to have all those like competing ads, and there used to be this thing back in the day where they would have those competing ads all the time, and trying to like constantly outdo each other and stuff. There is a reason I'm finishing this first. And yeah, I remember that, just the whole Pepsi Coke thing. I've always been, I do remember when I was a teenager, I went through this phase with Pepsi Max, and I absolutely loved it. But it would get me on this like real sugar high, and I would just like get so hyped up on this Pepsi Max, and me and my friends would like drink it, and we would just get hyped up and just like giggle our way through school. It was like absolutely ridiculous. But we had such a good time, and we just like, it was like we were drunk on soda. It was just it was hilarious. Anyway, Haley, yes, Coke, but these days it's Coke no sugar for me. Same, that's exactly what I'm drinking now. Coke Zero. Oh yeah. I find that with regular Coke, like with Coke Zero you don't get the aftertaste, but with regular Coke there's like this kind of aftertaste with it. And I don't know, it's just kind of hard to explain, but yeah, I get this aftertaste with the regular Coke. If push comes to shove, I'll drink the regular Coke. And that's cool, but yeah, I find the aftertaste just kind of like, just like, just feels not quite right. Not quite right. There's something not quite right about the aftertaste. So, yeah, that's my main problem with the regular Coke, is that it doesn't really sit well afterwards. Bonjour, Kitty Sims. Hello, welcome in. How are ya? You like Coke Zero? Shaz, you like Coke Zero with your vodka. You love sarsaparilla as well. Doesn't sarsaparilla also have like a kind of aniseed? Sorry if you can hear me, my hands rubbing together. It's like I'm just trying to warm them up. Doesn't like sarsaparilla have like an aniseedy kind of taste as well? I'm sure that it does, and that's like, because I've tried sarsaparilla because I always thought, oh, that sounds cool, I want to try that. And then I've tried Dr. Pepper as well, and maybe I'm confusing them, but I feel like they they have that sort of aniseedy flavor, which is what I can't handle. Can't find it without sugar though. Oh, well, that sucks. Rainbow, you always go for Pepsi Max Cherry. See, I find this interesting because I'm also, you know what? This is going to make me sound like I'm really fussy. I'm not a fussy person most of the time, but there's like a few things that I don't generally like. And one of them is the what am I trying to say? So one of them is the almond flavor. That's not going to work. Of you know how like fake almond flavor that comes through with cherry. If this makes sense, like I feel like a lot of the cherry products that come with like sodas and I don't know, random things, but it just has like this taste that doesn't taste like cherry. It tastes like almond. No, you know what it tastes like? It tastes like that almond icing that you can get on cakes, on like Christmas cakes and stuff. And I've never liked the taste of that. And it just like it comes through and yeah, in some of that sort of soda and different flavored, like where it's cherry flavored, but it's not, doesn't taste like cherry, if you know what I mean. It tastes like this almond fake sort of flavor. And yeah, I find I struggle with that. Look at that cute little ring. And I don't know what, it's just like a few of these like random flavors that I just am like, I can't handle. And I'm not even a fussy person when it comes to most stuff, but it just happens to be aniseed and like fake almond cherry flavor are just two of the things that I'm not a fan of. Which is kind of funny. That they just happened to be brought up today. Shaz, you don't even mind the plain brand Cola Zero. I just used to no sugar aftertaste. Now it's been years. Same here. I've been drinking no sugar for a lot of years, and I'm just so very used to it now that whenever I have something that isn't, no sugar, I do kind of, struggle a bit with it. Gotta say, I do struggle a bit. Yes, sarsaparilla has an odd taste like Dr. Pepper. Yeah, that's what I kind of, in my brain, that's what I kind of imagine them as, is like, being quite similar, Dr. Pepper and sarsaparilla. That in my brain, they seem very, very similar. Okay. Right, so what I'm going to do there is we're going to have a little garden coming in through here. Now I want to have like a little carport area running through here. Cute little carport. Look at that. We're going to build some fake stuff. I've built so many fake things for this shell challenge. It's not going to be recognizable. Absolutely appalling. Naughty Velvet. Making things not look like things. It's all good. Nothing wrong with doing something a little creative outside the box, maybe? I don't know. It's just fun. That's the main thing, right? Having some fun with it. Shaz, you love artificial cherry flavor and less like like almond icing. So yeah, I think that's why, that sort of flavor profile for me when that comes through. It's the aniseed, the fake cherry flavor, anything like that is just I can't do it. It's just like bleh. I think part of the fake icing color the almond flavor thing is from Christmas cakes. And the fact that I don't love Christmas cakes, but I used to have to eat like the fruit Christmas cake with that heavy almond icing every Christmas, because you go around to the grandparents' house and they'd make you eat it. The mum and dad would make you eat it because, polite. Which, fair enough, I get it. But yes, it was just kind of like, Bonjour, you like the build? Thank you very much. Thank you. It's, we're going like a little bit industrial, kind of loftish inspired. So, yeah, a little bit of a modern industrial loft sort of inspired build. And it's built from a shell, so I've changed the shape of it quite a bit. It's gone squarer than I thought it would, but yeah, I haven't done like an industrial sort of style build in a while, so I'm really enjoying it. I'm creating all sorts of fake rooms because this is a shell challenge, so I can't, do the usual things when it comes to just building how I want to build it. So I'm making stuff up, as you do. There's all sorts of ways to make stuff up. I mean, you can just get creative with it. It's fine. We're going to put a little car in there. It'll be cute. You eat raw almonds as a snack sometimes. I feel like actual almonds taste really different from almond essence kind of based things. But maybe I'm wrong on that. But that's just kind of what is in my, yeah, this is kind of what my feeling is. Because like I'm not a big nut person, to be fair. I don't like a lot of nuts. You know, cashew nuts, yes. Macadamia nuts, yes. But there's not much else. Oh, platform, duh. Yeah, not a great deal. I like walnuts, I don't mind either. But yes, there's not a whole lot of, you know, sort of nuts and things like that I really do go out of my way to eat. Almonds, not particularly. Love them, but I don't hate them either. And I think that's kind of my journey with nuts. I love them, but I don't hate them either. Penny, this looks amazing so far, Velvet. Oh, thank you. It's not exactly what I planned to do, but that's fine. You just kind of evolve, right? You make things work. And I never use this kind of pebble flooring, but today I am. I decided I'm just going to use this pebble flooring, and that's about it. So yeah, there we go. Pebble flooring today. It's exciting. It's an exciting day in Velvet's world. We're using things that I don't normally use. Like I don't think I really normally use the werewolves brick as well, and it's quite nice to use that as just something a little different. I would normally go for the city living brick because I absolutely love and adore the city living brick, and it's my favorite brick in the game. Also, I don't often build with brick unless I am doing an industrial home, so I guess today is not anything unusual in that sense because I do like to build with brick in an industrial home, but you know, it's a nice change of pace. I haven't done an industrial home in a long time, and I haven't done brick in a long time, so yay. Shaz, yes, you're right, Velvet. I love nuts, but not too enthused about walnuts. Cashews are my favourite. Pity they're so expensive. Oh, I know. I know. My husband is an absolute fiend when it comes to nuts. Like, he loves them. I get him peanuts every week. It's a must-have with him. So he needs to have his peanuts. But, yeah. Every now and then I'll get him a little treat, and I'll get him like some pistachios or some cashews or something like that. But they're so freaking, like, even the peanuts aren't that cheap. You know, it's what is it? The bargain ones are like $8 for, I'm gonna say around about 750 gram bag or something like that. Not even a kilo, and that's for peanuts, which from my understanding are the cheapest of nuts. But yes, he loves the nuts, and I treat him with great love and care and get him nuts when he wants them. So every now and then he'll get like the pistachios, or he'll get the, you know, cashews or something like that as a little treat. And they're so expensive, but they're so delicious. Like cashews are, yeah, I think I love cashews because of Chinese fried rice. You know how you get those in like your Chinese fried rice and stuff, dishes and bits and pieces. I think, yeah, that's where I kind of got myself a liking for cashews. Because, yum. Because you just have them in the rice, and then they have this little crunchy sort of sweet yumminess, and they're quite umami as well in the way that they, you know, they taste. Ooh, we can have a classic car in the driveway. Yeah. Look at that. Brum brum. Come on in. Got our cool car. Love it for us. Brum brum. Are we an hour in already? Oh my gosh. That flew by. See you in a minute, Shaz. That has flown by. So, I had a question for you. This is for all of you guys. I was talking about this with Nix yesterday, and I thought it was quite an interesting topic. So I thought, let's talk about this today. So we were talking about first crushes, right? So, you know, who was like your first crush back in the days of your youth and yeah, not really understanding who you are as a person yet. You're just kind of like, you know, interested in this person or this character. And I'm talking like, you know, book characters or TV characters or movie characters, you know, that sort of thing there. Who really sort of appealed to you as a character? Because my first crush was Wesley from The Princess Bride, from what I remember. I absolutely loved him. He was just so dreamy. He could sword fight. He was witty. He was charming. He was just, you know, he had the floppy blonde hair, and it was just like, oh, he's so dreamy. He had like these soulful eyes, and honestly, I still have a crush on him. Not gonna lie. And yeah, he was just like my first real crush. Yeah, Wesley from The Princess Bride. Loved him. Loved him. And I feel like that love has not died. I would just still sit there and watch The Princess Bride and just be like, oh, I love him, you know? And yeah, just kind of curious. Who else has a first time crush that you remember? Nixie, yours was the Green Power Ranger and Beast from Beauty and the Beast. Oh, so was that the animated version of the Beast, or because I know there was that, I'm gonna say possibly 80s, possibly 90s TV show that had Linda Hamilton in it, and that was kind of loosely based on Beauty and the Beast, right? What was that called? What was that show called? Oh, because I used to watch it. I remember it. Linda Hamilton, Beauty and the Beast. Was it actually called that? Oh, it was actually called that. And it had Ron Perlman. Oh, not a big fan of Ron Perlman. But anyway, yeah, Beauty and the Beast. It was actually called that. Surprise, surprise. That honestly surprised me. I didn't think it was actually called that. And yeah, anyway, that was my kind of... I would watch that show, but I haven't seen the Disney version of Beauty and the Beast. So, you know, I don't know what that says about me. Probably something weird. So, yeah, I loved Wesley from Princess Bride. It just was, like, had all the things that I absolutely loved. Mainly sword fighting and stuff. So, because sword fighting's cool, man. You know, sword fighting's cool. But that's the kind of one of the movies that just is really formative for me, you know. It's just, it got me a love of fantasy and sword fighting and cute boys with floppy hair. You know. Vinny, I think most know my crush is Brendan Fraser, Rick O'Connell, and the Mummy. Oh my gosh. Oh, speaking of, actually that brings me to another question. While we're on questions. Your favorite movies, because The Mummy, the original Mummy with, not the original Mummy, but the version of The Mummy with Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz is one of my very tippity top, actually it is my tippity top favorite movie of all time. So yeah, and The Princess Bride, which I was just talking about because I had Wesley, my number one crush, that is also one of my top movies of all time. So yeah, those are two movies that I absolutely love, and yeah, they've got like little cuties in them too. Haley, you think yours was David Bowie in the Labyrinth 80s baby? You know what? I 100% get that. I mean, looking back now, you're just like, oh my gosh, what was I thinking? But you know, there's something kind of mischievous and dark and kind of sexy about him in that movie. Even though he's like, you know, kind of, yeah, it's a bit out there. But I absolutely love the Labyrinth. Labyrinth is, again, one of my very favorite movies. I love that. I was sort of like an 80s baby as well, so with you on that one. And yeah, just that, like, he's a goblin king and he's just obsessed with this girl and blah, blah, blah. I mean, you know, obviously she's a bit too young for that, but you know, get her a little bit aged up, and you know, I'm there for it. That's a whole romance novel, sort of fantasy romance novel that I'm there for. So I get that. Next, yours too. Was that for the Mummy, loving the Mummy, or loving David Bowie? Vinny, oh my god, yo, I didn't know you all were Mummy fans like I am. I love the Mummy. I love the Mummy. It's just like, it's my actual favourite movie. It's the bestest. It's amazing. Just, it has everything. That's the thing about it. Like, any movie that has romance and adventure and all of those things, I mean, it's going to be a winner with me because I just love those. I love those things. So, you know, any opportunity that I have to see a movie that has all of my fave things in it makes me extraordinarily happy. And I'm there for it. Every time. Okay. Go 3. There we go. No. I do want to go one up. There we go. Vinny, you also really adore Nathan Fillion. Ah, yes. I love Nathan Fillion as well. I've seen him in stuff since Two Guys, a Girl and a Pizza Place. And I've always enjoyed him as an actor. You know? Firefly and Buffy and The Rookie and Castle. Of course, Castle. Love that. Haley, he was so darkly charming. Yes, that's exactly it. And I feel like if we're talking about crushes, going back in time, I don't know how many of you guys remember the Sweet Valley High series, but I know we were all supposed to have like crushes on Todd Wilkins, who was Elizabeth's boyfriend. But blah to Todd Wilkins. Blah. I loved and adored Bruce Patman. Which probably says a lot about me, but Bruce Patman was basically your classic super handsome, drives a Porsche, quite narcissistic, you know, bad boy, you know, walks around with his leather jacket. You know, he was that type. And I was absolutely there for it. Every time. I loved Bruce Patman. And then he had like this good guy turn where, you know, he fell in love with Regina and he, you know, became a good guy. You know, he was in love and he was making right decisions and he wasn't horrible anymore. And, you know, the right girl turned him around and then Regina died. Dun, dun, dun. And he went back to his wild ways. Oh, Bruce Patman. He was so dreamy. Nix, you're loving the Mummy, though you do love the Labyrinth too. Oh, the Labyrinth was so good. I always wanted to have hair like, what was her name? Jennifer thingy. Anyway, the girl. She had like this, when she had that big poofy dress on and the hair and just like, oh, when they're at the ball and she's running around and she's so pretty. That's what I wanted to look like on my wedding day. I'm not even kidding. That was my dream wedding look, was basically looking like a fairy princess from the Labyrinth. That's me. Haley, the Mummy was so good, just the right amount of comedy. Exactly. Comedy, romance, action. It was just perfectly balanced and just the most amazing movie. Oh, love it. Bonjour. The character named Cole of Charmed. Oh. Now Cole, he had the dark hair, right? He was. I know there was Julian, what's his face. And he was like some sort of warlock. Like, I've seen enough of Charmed to know that. I didn't watch Charmed all the way through, and I don't know so much about it. But Cole was played by, I want to say, Brian Krause. Why do I know this? I didn't even watch Charmed. Oh my god. I'm looking this up because was it plays Charmed Cole? Oh no, that was Julian. Okay. That was Julian McMahon. I was confused. So there was Julian McMahon, which is not who I thought it was, but so this is him here. So that was Cole, Julian McMahon, absolutely, because wasn't he in? I'm gonna say Nip Tuck, something like that. And I think that's what he went on to do, right? Julian McMahon. We're just gonna Google things, right? He died? What? No way. Oh my gosh, just recently too. Holy moly, I didn't know that. Just having shocking news on the channel here. But yeah, I remember he was in Nip Tuck, and I remember there was like a scandal because he married Danny Minogue for a while as well. Oh, holy moly, he passed away. Brian Krause was the other one, wasn't he in Charmed? Yeah, he was as well. That's the other one that I was thinking of. Brian Krause. He played one of the guys, right, too, as well. Whoa. I didn't know he died as well. Anyone a fan of Final Destination? Oh, Kerr Smith. I remember Kerr Smith. He was in Dawson's Creek, if I got that right. I haven't seen Dawson's Creek all the way through, and I feel like that's a show that I should watch all the way through. Oh my god, I'm honestly shocked by Julia McMahon passing. That's sad. Yeah, had cancer. Very sad. Things you learn. Hey. Poor guy. If cancer, hey guys, if cancer. I'm not down with cancer. I don't know anyone that is, but yeah, still. If the cancer. It can get in the bin and be cured very quickly, thank you very much. We don't need it in our lives. You loved him in Nip Tuck? Yeah, he was just kind of that, I didn't see much in Nip Tuck, but I feel like he was like that roguishly sort of bad boy charming kind of fella. But Nip Tuck went on for a while. It was a very popular show for a while. Oh dear, sorry to break the bad news to you, Vinny. It was bad news broken for me too. Oh my gosh. You loved him, Bonjour Kitty? Yeah. Alyssa Milano was crushed. I bet. Because they would have had that, because that was his on show relationship was with her character, right? Alyssa Milano's. I know, for someone who hasn't really watched a lot of Charmed, I know an oddly strangely large amount about the show, and I don't know why. It's quite bizarre because I know I watched season 1 of it, and I think maybe I caught like other bits and pieces here and there, but essentially I watched season 1 and that was it. So why do I know all this stuff? I don't know. Broke a lot of hearts when Julia McMahon passed. Yeah, he was a charmer, right? And Kerr Smith was also in Charmed for a bit. Ah. Well, there you go. I didn't know that either. So many things I didn't know. Well, a sad day. I'm sorry to break the bad news to those of us that did not know about Julia McMahon. R.I.P. to the fella. Hey? Poor guy. Too soon for so many people with cancer. Anyway, so we love The Mummy. Clearly, we love the TV show Charmed, and also we love The Labyrinth and David Bowie. Who else do we have for first crushes or for early crushes? And I love Bruce Patman from Sweet Valley High books. In a appalling, probably actually, you know what? Thinking about that, it's just, I feel like me having a crush on a bad boy early on in life is very indicative of my literary tastes in male romance lead characters. I read a lot of romances, and the sort of the brooding bad boy is very much up my alley for my favorite type of hero. Such the cliche, but man, I love it. I love it. I just got a whole lot of books to read yesterday, new books to read, and some of my some authors that I haven't read in a while, so I've got a lot of catching up to do. So I've got a whole lot of new books on my Kindle, and it makes me very happy. Kerr was Agent Kyle Brody. Ooh. Okay, Agent Kyle Brody. in the house. Yes, the brooding bad boys, so misunderstood. Oh yeah. The more misunderstood, the better. And then when they meet their heroine and they just are so gone for them, it's just like, oh, melt. Like, they're still a bad boy, but man, they're just gone for this one person. And it's just like, oh, perfection. See, I love this plant, but whenever I place it, I always feel it's too large. Snap Pea, welcome in. I hope you're well today. Come on in. We are talking about first crushes today while I'm building an industrial style home out of this shell that the lovely Nasina has presented us with. I don't know what kind of thing I want over here. Maybe I do want to have this one. I don't know. I don't know. I'm conflicted and indecisive about this. Do I want to do maybe a larger fence around here? That's another possibility. Anyway, welcome in. I hope you're well. Another early crush of mine. Like, I used to read a lot, so I'd get like a lot of literary crushes. Like, trying to think of one off the top of my head. Oh, there was this random series which I don't think anyone would have ever heard of. And it's basically by an author called Steve Perry. And it's like a sci-fi kind of fantasy thing. And it's no, it's not like sci-fi fantasy. It's sci-fi. It's like a space opera series, and it's about a guy. And the first book that I read that is in the series is this book called The Man Who Never Missed. And I picked it up in a supermarket for 99 cents. You could never ever get a book for that these days, but you know, I picked it up in the supermarket for 99 cents. And this was when I was, I want to say, in my teens for sure. And long story short, basically I read this book, and the character's name was Emil Kadaji, and it's a very space opera-y, you know, all sorts of things. And it's basically about this guy who was an ex-military soldier. They fought in the wars, and he basically, when he was in the middle of fighting and doing this thing, he had this vision about taking down the evil Confederacy, etc., etc. And the idea was that basically had this vision, and he set out to create this legend of himself about this guy that never missed. And he went through and he like take down the soldiers, and it was just like this one guy against the whole army, and you know, that sort of thing. And he was just, and I think again, this just kind of sets up for things that I like now as an adult, is that he was just so competent. And there's this thing that's out there these days, and it's called competency porn. And it's not like actual porn. It's basically where you are basically, you know, you really like it when people are competent. And, you know, and that's something that you just like kind of attracted to, is like competency in people. And it's like competency porn, like watching someone be competent at something. And I still find that today, where just like if I've got like a character in a TV show, or you know, or in a book, and they're, you know, particularly competent at something, they're just like so good, and you're just like, wow, you know, amazing, I love them and I'm in love. And I feel like I still have that today, very much so, where just, you know, and I feel like it stems from that particular book where there was this guy and he was just so good at what he did, and he just like created this legend around it. And yeah, and it's just kind of come from that, where I still really love that kind of literary hero or that literary character where they are particularly competent at something, and it's just like, oh yeah, I like that as a character thing. Why did the first one go there and this one won't? Okay, random. I'm just going to place that and choose my color. Love it. Shaz, you went through Mills and Boon's stage in your early 20s. Oh my gosh. I still, like, every now and then I'll go back to those. Because they, you know, they have an appeal about them. There's a reason why they're popular, right? Mills and Boon. Just because, you know, they do capture a particular short and sweet romantic need to be filled, you know. It's just like a really short fix of something that you need. But the thing with Mills and Boon books is that there's such a big wide range of different tropes, romantic tropes. So whatever trope floats your boat, Mills and Boon kind of have it. And I feel like that's really what the broad appeal is. Like, it's a small book, you can read it in a couple of hours, and you whatever floats your boat as far as a trope goes, they're going to have it, right? So I feel like that makes a lot of sense, and I've read a number of them in my day. I used to work in a bookshop, so I always had this option, or I was supposed to throw them out, but when you returned the Mills and Boons one, you didn't actually have to return the book to the supplier. What you just did is you ripped the cover off, and you were supposed to dispose of the book. Anyway, I didn't. I took it home with me, and that's how I got a whole lot of free Mills and Boons books. Is that I ripped the covers off and took them home. And read them that way. It was like freebies, woohoo! But you do the same with magazines as well, like all the old magazines, because you just rip the covers off if they weren't full returns, and take them home and read them. Yeah, it is what it is. It was perks of working in a bookshop. Haley, I've definitely had literary crushes too, but it's so painful because they don't exist. Absolutely. Like I don't know how many people have read The Wheel of Time here, but Lan Mandragoran from The Wheel of Time, just like serious crush on him. He's just, again, very competent, like really good at what he does, and just kind of dark and brooding, and all of the fave things, right? He just had all of it, and mad crush on them. Yes, but they're not real. They're all in our head, and it's very sad. But it doesn't mean that we can't still crush on them and go, oh, wouldn't they just be perfect and dreamy? Yeah. I know there's a line between reality and, not reality. I swear. But there's nothing wrong with having an active, I guess, I don't know, is the word fantasy life? It's not really, I don't know if that's the right way to put it, but nothing wrong with dreams, I'd say. Nothing wrong with dreams. Oh, we can maybe have like a little little barbecue section there, maybe. Little barbecue section. I love me a barbecue section. A nice summer barbecue. Yum. Who doesn't love a nice summer barbecue? Oh, yeah. I could go with a nice summer barbecue. Silkia, welcome on in. How are you? How's life? How's life for you today? We're just talking about crushes and movies and stuff we love, and books that we've loved, and all of those wonderful things. I'm very much a very big reader of books. So I read fantasy, I read young adult. I mean, I'll read pretty much anything, but those are sort of the things that I favor as far as reading goes. Young adult romances and fantasies. So I love those for me. And I downloaded a whole lot of romance yesterday. So that's kind of been what I've gone for. A bit of romance in my life. But I go through the different phases. Shaz, you love rom-com movies now. Ooh, yes. I love a rom-com movie. What did I watch recently? Oh, there's this Italian movie called Mea Culpa. And I can't remember what the English title of that is. And I watched that recently, and it's kind of like there's another version of it called it's called My Fault, right? And this so Mea Culpa is My Fault, and then there's an English version that was made, and it's called My Fault London, and it's basically it's a bit of a saucy romance where stepbrother and stepsister fall in love. Scandalous. So yeah, and it's set around like underground racing as well. So there's like a whole lot of racing sort of stuff going on, and there's like a little twist to it as well, which is quite fun. So I watched both of those recently and enjoyed those. They were good, but yeah, a nice, I wouldn't call them a rom-com. That's more of a romantic drama. So yeah, has anybody watched any really good like rom-coms or anything recently? Out of curiosity. I'm always looking for a nice recommendation. We've just also... I feel like I've had caffeine and I just can't stop talking. We've also, my husband and I started rewatching The Office. So going through the old Pam and Jim phase, as you do. Which is cool. Although, you know, honestly, I just sort of look back at Jim now and I don't know. Is Jim all that? I mean, I love the sort of the idea of the crush and the workplace romance and that sort of thing. But, you know, it feels like Pam was like somewhat dishonest when it came to, you know, her relationship with Roy, which was their boyfriend, and, you know, that sort of thing. And yeah, I don't know, but that's okay. I don't have to answer all those questions because I didn't write the show. I just watch it. I just watched it. So I figure I don't have to answer it. I can just like sit there and enjoy it. It's fine. You love the pool area? Oh, thanks. I think it's looking good. Like the dark water's quite nice. It's a bit of I'm building in a bit of a hodgepodge fashion, but that's okay. Hang on, I'm just going off silent for a sec. I'm gonna cough. Yeah, there we go. Back again. Vinny, you've been watching Castle and Ghost Whisperer. We watched Castle all the way through not that long ago. Probably, I'm going to say late last year. So we did a complete rewatch of Castle, which was a good time. That's such a good show, and I'm always bummed with... Hang on. I'm not going to say anything. Have you seen it before, Vinny? Before I say anything? I won't say what I was bummed with until you've actually confirmed whether or not this is your first watch through. If you've seen it before, then I'll say. But if you haven't, I'll keep my mouth shut. Because I don't want to spoil anything for you. But yes, I haven't... Not all the way through, do not spoil. Okay, I'll keep my mouth shut. But I love Castle. It's a good show, and I really like Ryan and Esposito. I think they're a lot of fun, and I'm glad that they grew their characters more, you know, throughout the show and stuff. So, yeah, I think it's a lovely show. It's a good show. Such good chemistry between Nathan Fillion and Stana. Surname forgotten, but I know it was something that was hard to say. But yes, great show. Love that. Now, Ghost Whisperer, I've seen a little bit of, but I haven't watched in any sort of depth or way. But I do know that it was all very sort of sad, emotional, kind of stories and stuff with that. Oh, I wonder if we can have a birdhouse in there. I also don't know what I want to do with this front area. Maybe I want to pave it. We can run like a garden along here. That could be a possibility as well. So yes, I do know Ghost Whisperer, but I don't know it well. But it had Jennifer Love Hewitt, so I didn't know that much. Pretty famous for that. I like Jennifer Love Hewitt. Do you guys remember that Jennifer Love Hewitt actually went through a bit of a singing career? I remember that. She had like a few albums out. I don't even remember what her voice was like or anything like that, but I do remember that she had a few albums for a while there, because she was, you know, obviously a bit of a hot ticket for a while. She had a pretty good career, or she probably still has a pretty decent career. She did all right for herself through the 90s, you know. I Know What You Did Last Summer. Although, they've just remade that, haven't they? The old I Know What You Did Last Summer. So that's just been re-released. And I think it's got Jennifer Love Hewitt and Freddie Prinze Jr. in it. It's actually quite interesting to see Freddie Prinze Jr. coming back to a bit of acting, as well as Sarah Michelle Gellar. Because Sarah Michelle Gellar and Freddie Prinze Jr. are married. And I think they met Didn't they meet via I Know What You Did Last Summer, or did they meet prior to that? I mean, obviously they were in that together, but her character died, so I don't imagine she'd be back, but still. Yeah, it was, oh, man, bringing back the nostalgic, like, 90s stuff, right? That was a good movie. I actually really like that franchise, the old I Know What You Did Last Summer ones. Vinny, I'm at the part where Esposito and Lainey think they're being slick about dating. Oh, those two are cute. I like them. They're little cutie pies. You're in the middle of season 3. Yeah. Jennifer Love Hewitt went through a singing career. Things you didn't know. There you go. You're learning things today. Yeah, she definitely had a few, like, I think she had a few albums, actually. But yeah, she had a singing career, and if you go Google, you'll be able to see, or have a look on YouTube. She's got a few singles out, I think, on YouTube with, you know, videos and stuff. Vinny, you love Freddie and Sarah. They were in the live-action Scooby-Doo movies. Yes, they were. I had those on DVD for years until I got rid of them. Yeah. They were in the Scooby-Doo together. I watched, I'm going to say, at least the first 2 of those, I think. I don't know that I think there might have been a third, and I don't think I saw that one. But yes, I do remember those. Whee! I'm just going to paint it. Haley, apparently the remake is terrible. Oh, really? Oh, I Know What You Did Last Summer? Aw, man. I was hoping that they'd do a decent job of it, but it's so hard with remakes to really recapture the magic of what you had the first time around. So that doesn't surprise me too much, but still kind of sucks. Because it was such a good movie, you know? One of those, you know, again, one of those movies that I think you can easily watch over and over again, but also, you know, there's a little bit of nostalgia attached to it as well. You know, because you remember what you were sort of, you know, what life was like back in the 90s when this sort of stuff was popular. And, you know, you have things, you know, stuff like Freddie Prinze Jr. and She's All That, you know, you know, the apparently ugly chick is walking down the stairs and she's magically transformed and, oh my gosh, she's beautiful now. You know, that sort of wonderful cliche that we don't really get so much nowadays in movies. It's a whole thing, right? Dun, dun. But hey, times have moved on, and I think that's a positive thing. There's only 2 of those live actions. There's other live actions, but with different actors. Oh, okay. So the fact that I've seen the 2 Scooby-Doos with Freddie and Sarah is all of the Freddies and Sarahs in the Scooby-Doos. Okay. I enjoyed those. I mean, they were goofy, but they were fun. Nothing wrong with that, right? Nothing wrong with that at all. Have a good time. As long as you can, like, chill out and enjoy a movie. I mean, it doesn't have to be something where you have watched something, you know, dark and heavy and learned a million things from it, you know. I'm not much for heavy dramatic movies, to be fair. Like, my husband will sit there and he'll watch, like, these Denzel Washington movies, just using Denzel as an example, because my husband and I have a bit of a feud about Denzel. Because, like, he loves Denzel's movies to pieces. And I find Denzel the most boring actor in the world. And I'm probably putting myself out there, but I don't think he's a bad actor or anything like that. You know, he's a good-looking fella, all that sort of stuff. He's got the goods, but I don't know. I just, like, every time he's the same character in every movie to me. I don't know. Tonally, he just seems the same to me. And I don't know if I can ever shake that. And everyone's going to be like, oh, you said what about Denzel? It's like, I don't have any hate for him. But my husband and I always do argue about his movies. And the fact that I don't want to see any of his movies. And my husband's like, I want to go and see the Denzel movie. And I'm like, no way. And it makes him sad. I have compromised, and I'll go and see the the Tom Cruise movies with him, because I don't mind Tom Cruise movies, even though Tom Cruise is an interesting person. You know, but I'll go see those, like all the Mission Impossibles and stuff. We'll go see those, but maybe not the Denzel ones. They're just not for me. I prefer the light kind of entertainment factor, I guess. For me. I'm building this fabulous house, and I'm just like, I wonder where I should put the front door. I don't have a front door at this point. I'm kind of thinking it will go here, but I didn't really want to ruin my deck with a door, but the other option is I can just put it down the side here, but I feel like it sensibly makes the most sense to put it here. Sensibly makes the most sense. Words are interesting out of my mouth today. I wonder whether or not I put like a little thingy here. Maybe we'll do that. Doop, doop. I was just thinking like, whoops, a little cover for the entrance might be a nice little treat. Maybe with like a little, what if we put an awning over there? Oh, I'm not doing restricted packs, so I could use my very favorite awning, which is the one from the Desert Luxe kit, the deserted awning, strangely enough. Maybe I could use that over the top. Okay, here, I'll just undo all that. Bye bye. Boom, done. The deserted awning. Oh, I love this. I love this awning. It's just so cute. Oh, it's just pretty. It's a pretty awning. It's an odd thing to say about awning, but you know, I do say it about this awning because it is pretty. I just love all the wood and stuff. It's pretty. Just gonna repeat myself. It's just pretty, okay, guys? It's just pretty. What are you guys most looking forward to with the new Adventure Awaits pack? Out of curiosity, what is floating your boat from what you've seen about it so far? I am very much in love with the build buy items that I've seen. As far as, you know, we have constructible, like, what are they? Slottable, kind of snappable playgrounds and stuff. Slides, diving boards, sunken hot tubs. Like, I'm dying for a sunken hot tub. Ah, my gosh, that's gonna be so good. Clint, hi Clint, how are you? Welcome on in. The game reality TV shows. Ooh, more kids activities. Yes, Rainbow. I get bored playing with families because there isn't much for kids to do. Same here. Same here. Exactly the same here. Like, I get really bored with the family gameplay just because, yeah, there's not much to be done there. So, you know, give me more stuff to do with the kids, and I'm absolutely going to be happy with it. Love that. And yeah, the game reality TV shows, like, you know, how you can choose these different challenges that you want to do. So you can do cooking shows, love sort of romance shows. You can do like Survivor, things like that. Yeah, modular. Thank you, Clint. That's the word. That's the word, modular. The modular playgrounds. They are going to be amazing. Like, imagine doing like a cool house and then you'll be able to build like this big backyard with all of this sort of modular play set, like a big pool area with diving boards and slides. And oh my gosh, it's going to be absolutely epic. Absolutely epic. I am really looking forward to it. It's going to be exciting. I'm hyped. Not going to lie. Not gonna lie about that. Not that I would lie. There's not any reason to lie about being hyped about a pack, but very excited about all of the new things. And now let's talk about the imaginary friends. What are your thoughts around the imaginary friends? Are you excited for it or not excited for imaginary friends? I'm not bothered by it. I'm excited by other things, I think, in the pack, other than you know, imaginary friends. But I know people are very excited to see them because they had that nostalgic factor from Sims 3. So, is that something you want to explore more with the game? Rainbow! And just leave them to do homework and play on the computer until they're That's it though with children though, Rainbow. is that essentially, you know, that's exactly what it is. You do some homework, you do those aspirations, which take not very long, and then basically you're done, right? With kids, there's like literally nothing else to do with them. So, you know, what the fact that we're actually going to have some gameplay that we're going to be able to do something with kids, you know, with just excites me a lot, because, you know, we need something more to do with them. Otherwise it gets a little boring, right? Nobody wants to be bored, because, you know, you actually want to have these characters and you want to do something with them. But then, yeah, because I'm finding whenever I sort of get to the point where I have kids, when it comes to like a legacy challenge or something like that, and then I get into a certain point, I've done what I need to do in terms of I've got some skills and that sort of thing, and aspirations. Like, there's nothing else to be done for them except age them up. So yeah, it's an actual shame that we don't have more. But now that we have more, it's not a shame anymore. It's exciting. Yes. Vinny, you're excited for the whole pack. The slides and diving boards, as you know, I've wanted since the start of Sims 4. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm excited for all of those things. I think it'll be good. Clint, I'm 100% going to be running a romance elimination reality show on stream. I imagine there's going to be a lot of people like doing, you know, the likes of your Love Island and, you know, stuff like that. I feel like that's going to be something that people are going to be doing a lot of, and that, you know, because we watch a lot of those TV shows, right? So why not bring it into The Sims and into our life in The Sims, and have these characters, you know, or our Sims actually living this reality TV show kind of dream. And I love that. It's going to be so fun. Vinny, you're just indifferent to imaginary friends in the game. Yeah, you're the same as me. I'm not bothered. Not bothered by it. It's like, well, it's fine. It's okay. I don't know if I really, yeah, I'm too worried about it at all. So it is what it is. What should I do with this area here? I've got this space and I don't know what I want to do with it. I mean, we can add like I don't know, what do I want to do? Maybe a swing, maybe, oh, some playground equipment. It's not really a kid house. I was thinking gardening. We can have like a nice tree, and we can put like a little picnic blanket underneath there for a romantic snuggle spot. And oh, what about a basketball hoop on the back of our carport? That might be a nice idea. There we go, a little basketball hoop. That'll do the trick there. Clint, you're excited for the imaginary friends because you love turning them human. It's crazy we got 2 occults back to back. What? Tell me more about that. So the what occults have we gotten back to back? Are we getting a new occult with this? Is the imaginary friend turning human, is that considered a cult? I hadn't even thought about that. Intriguing. Rainbow, you're interested to see different personalities of the imaginary friends. I think it's going to be interesting gameplay. I am curious about it, but yeah, I don't know how much I'd use it, but I guess we're going to find out. Should be interesting. Annalise, welcome in. How are you? I hope you're well today. I'm a little bit cold, a little bit on the old chilly side, but otherwise I'm doing pretty well. We're building we're turning a shell into this industrial sort of style home here on this lot. It's a little interesting looking, but I think it's looking cool. I'm not too upset about how it's coming together. We've just about finished the exterior, so, you know, then we can move on to the interior. We're doing all right today with the building. We've been chitty-chatting away, so it's been fun. Bonjour! Kitty has redeemed kitty treat. Woohoo! You were waiting to redeem that. Awesome! So what that means is basically my real-life cat, Savio, or Katie, will get a kitty treat sponsored by you. So there we go. Bonjour. And I'll tell Savio as I give it to him that this treat has been given to him from Bonjour Kitty. So there we are. You have provided some lovely sustenance for my lovely little fella, aka Savio, or possibly my lovely little gal, which is Kitty Cat. Kitty Cat. Savio is currently... Yep, he's in front of the fire because the fire's on today. So he's combing in front of the fire. He loves the fire. And I don't know where Katie is, which is the usual state of affairs. So if the fire's on, Savio's in front of it. And, yeah. And Katie is MIA. She's around somewhere. She's fine. But I just don't know where. Clint, you didn't know in The Sims 3 the imaginary friends could become human? I didn't play The Sims 3. So I don't know, actually, honestly, anything about them beyond the fact that they were in The Sims 3. So, yeah. Interesting. Like, I didn't realize they could become human. I didn't even think about the fact that they would be considered a cult. So, yeah, that's all very interesting to me. Things I didn't know, hey? Learning all the things. You know what I want? You know what I want? You know what I want? I want everyday clutter. And a thirsty thermos. A couple of those. I feel like, you know, you want one of those by the drinks tray. Oh, maybe I could do a yogurt area. Bonjour. They're doing the imaginary friends to become human in Sims 4 also. Wow. There you go. And I see it's a bit cold for me too. Got the heat pump going, but I'm on the other end of the house, so it hasn't affected this room yet. Yeah, that's what I kind of have, is like the fireplace is on the other side of the room from where I'm sitting. So I'm like currently laid up. I've got a blanket on, and yeah, I'm kind of not all that warm on this side of the house. But Savio is very warm. He's sitting on he's got a little sheepskin that he sits on, and yeah, he's very warm and snuggled over there. My little friend that he is, and yeah, he's got the good spot. Whereas I'm sort of on the other side of the room, and it's a fairly decent sized room where, yeah, I don't have the warmth blasting at me, and it's a real shame. But such is life. I'm fine though. I'm happy. I'm building away. I'm a happy girl. We're doing some lovely building and hanging out, so nothing wrong with what's going on in my life. Maybe we can have like a couple of soccer balls around here as well. Soccer balls, and have we got like the football? I realize soccer and football to some people are the same thing, but they're not to me. I still call it soccer. There we go, lots of sporty things. Lovely. Finny is lol a bit late now, but I just noticed you left DDV redeems up. Oh, did I? Ah. Yeah, you're right, I did. Whoopsie daisies. Let me change them. Sorry, guys. Useless over here. I always forget that, though. You know, when I switch between games, I always forget to switch them all back. There we go. Switch them back. Doesn't take much to switch them, so not a big deal. But if there is anything that you want to redeem, it's going to be back in the circulation. Here we go. Boom, done. Easy as that. Look at me being all fancy and multitasking. Crazy times. So I think maybe we'll put a tree down in this corner. We'll do like a cute little picnic. I'm thinking this will be more for, you know, a house for adults. That's what I'm thinking. Annalise, I'm still scarred a little bit from Sims 3 imaginary friends, you're going to be honest, but you're definitely interested in seeing the gameplay with them, especially with the evil one. Oh, yeah, I heard there's going to be like an evil one, and yeah, I'm not going to lie, that just gives me Chucky vibes, and it's a little concerning. Also curious, what scarred you about the Sims 3 imaginary friends? And is anybody else in the same way that they're a little bit scarred from the Sims 3 imaginary friends? Because I'm curious, because yeah, I never played Sims 3. I think I want a slightly darker one. So I don't really know too much about it at all, really. I'm just learning now that they turned into humans, so I clearly know nothing. But yeah, was there a thing where you were kind of a little bit scarred by these imaginary friends? Was it a little scary? You know, what was the dealio with them? Annalise, you just turned off the heater in this room to help heat things up, but once the house is a bit more warm, I can turn that off. Ah, oh, fair enough. I mean, it's not like power is particularly cheap these days, hey? We've got a gas heater, and it's just amazing. Like, you'd think that'd be reasonably cheap, and it's possible that it's cheaper than using actual, you know, an actual electric heater. Words I can't get out of my mouth. Anyhow. Yeah, so maybe it's cheaper than using an actual electric heater, but, you know, it's basically doubles your power bill winter to summer, right? It's just so expensive. And we're talking hundreds and hundreds of dollars. You know, ain't cheap at all. It kind of sucks. Because it shouldn't cost you, like, lots of money to, you know, have the basic amenities in life, like heat and shelter. But unfortunately, it is the case. Real life sucks, guys. Woodworking. Adulting sucks. It's really the nuts and bolts of it, right? Adulting sucks. Oh well. That's what it is. Okay, we've got some activities down the back there. I mean, I feel like I feel dumped. They feel dumped. I don't like it. I wonder if I could sneak in like some vertical gardens somewhere. Oh, what if we had like a little area here? I wonder if I could extend that area. What if we had like a little garden top area up here? That would be quite cool. Let's extend it out over the top like that. And then we can have the door going in there, and then we can use that. So what I'm going to be using for using this space here with the roofing is I'm going to actually turn those into rooms. So there's going to be extra room space, and it's just the idea is it's going to be like a little, you know, extra kind of loftish type style thing. But is that not going to give me a doorway there for some reason? Huh. Why isn't that doing the doorway thing? Because normally you can do like a doorway into the roof, like there. You can sort of see I can do the doorway, but I can't do it up on this top area. Maybe because it's the top area? Oh well, never mind then. I'll just keep it open. Never mind. Clint, they were horrific. I speed ran relationships with them to make them human. Oh, really? Were they that scary? They would follow your Sims around constantly, even as they got to be adults, if you never turn them into a human. Ugh. Ugh. That doesn't sound ideal. Can I just say? I don't know that I like the sound of that. Like, it sounds genuinely creepy. Oh my gosh. Ugh. I don't know about that. Do you think they'll be so creepy in the Sims 4 as they were in Sims 3? Like the whole following around kind of stalker vibe? Ugh. Oh boy. Not sure I'm there for that. Oh my gosh. Rainbow, adulting is just back pain and spending at least £30 every time you leave the house for some reason. Oh my gosh, that's so accurate. That is so accurate. Like dropping the kids off at school this morning, somehow I spent $20 on bananas and apples and milk. Like we were just suddenly out of bananas, apple and milk, so I just dropped the kid, you know, drop one of the youngest off drop the kids off, and next thing you know I'm down $20 because I had to buy adult things of like food. Oh no. Oh man, don't you hate that? It's just like you bleed, as an adult, it feels like you bleed money. You know, the money comes in and you work hard to get it, and then, you know, the next thing you know, it's just gone and you don't know how it's happened. It's just like, I needed this and that and the next thing, and then, you know, before you know it, it's just like, it's all gone now. Bye, money. Thanks for knowing me. There and gone. Maybe it'll work if you redraw the wall. Oh yeah, we'll give that a go. I just put a half wall in there for some inexplicable reason. It just, yeah, it was kind of weird that it didn't work, but maybe it is the fact that the wall isn't drawn. I think you might be right, Rainbow. Let's just go back there. Yeah, you were 100% right. Okay, so if I put in my flooring again. You know what it is? It's because I put the... Yeah, it's because I put the flooring in through it. Okay, so it's not going to help me if I... Because I wanted to have like a little area that I could walk out into this, but there's no point doing that if I can't walk through. So it is what it is. It's all good. And Elise, in The Sims 3, it got to the point where I just never put in the imaginary friend dolls on the ground so they could become the imaginary friends. Oh, really? Was it that bad? Clint, your child they were attached to was the only one that could see them. So if you wanted to play with them, you had to be that specific child. Oh, so as soon as you changed Sims, they basically became invisible. Oh. Oh, okay. That's interesting. That makes it kind of creepier when you think about it. Like, you could only be seen by this one sim in your household. Fascinating. So, Rainbow, in the gameplay trailer for Adventure Awaits, it looks like you've got the option to say goodbye to your imaginary friend as you grow up. Yeah, it did indicate that, didn't it? So I saw that as well, where, yeah, it said, yeah, it showed them basically saying goodbye as they got a little older. So maybe it's not going to be as creepy in the sense that, you know, the Sims are going to be there, and I mean the imaginary friends are going to be there, and they will just always be there. They will always be there. And it's like, no, please don't always be there. It's time for you to go. It's like, you've been voted off the island. It's time for you to go now. I wonder if we have... I don't know. Do we maybe put a hot tub up here? I might put that on the next level down, actually. We'll do like a little hot tub area. And do some fairy lights and stuff. I still haven't finished the backyard. I've gotten like this point here and I'm just like, too hard. I don't want to do it. I'll come up with something. I was going to put a swing there, I think. Anyway, I got distracted on the inside. As you do. As you do. Oh, you know what I love is the swing from Businesses and Hobbies. Because our 3 feature packs that we're doing today are Businesses and Hobbies. It's not really wide enough for the swing. Okay. Businesses and Hobbies and Werewolves and Eco Lifestyle. So those have kind of been the packs that we're focused on today. But I'm not doing those pack exclusive. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You have too much trauma from the Magic Dragon song for my Sims to say goodbye to imaginary friends. Oh, it would be bullying. It's not Puff the Magic Dragon, is it? Puff the Magic Dragon lived by the sea. I don't remember the words, but oh yeah, that song is mega sad. I still have trauma from that as well. I cried when I heard, like, when I properly stopped and listened to Puff the Magic Dragon. Oh my god, did I cry. Yeah, that song is super sad. Super sad. Yeah, Puff the Magic Dragon. Yes, Haley, it was really big in school here. They used to make us sing that as well. Puff the Magic Dragon. Let's see the lyrics. What's the lyrics of that? Let's see. I think there's like a short version and there's a long version. And I think that if you read the long version, it's actually quite sad. I won't read it because it might be a little too sad for people, but it's like, Puff the magic dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Little Jackie Pipe, what's it? Little Jackie Paper loved that rascal Puff and bought him strings and sealing wax and other fancy stuff. Oh, Puff the magic dragon lived by the sea, etc., etc. But I won't read the whole lot because it is a little sad. We don't need to do sad, but yes, it was a whole big song that we used to sing in school. We used to, funnily enough, we used to sing like a whole lot of Beatles songs back in primary school as well. And I didn't realize they were Beatles songs till I got like a little bit older and realized what was going on. So yes. Oh, thank you. 2 hours in, save and hydrate. Thank you very much, and stretch. Rainbow, I'm glad this something isn't just something you remember. No, I remember that as well. Wait, he forgets about the dragon and he dies. Yep. Yep. It's kind of a little bit like, oh God, like back in the day, some of the kids stuff is really, really freaking sad. Like, you know, even you think about, what is it, the snowman one? What's the snowman called? You know, the snowman movie. And basically, you know, the snowman melts in the end. You know? Stuff like that. It's just kind of like quite traumatic and sad. I really don't know what I want to do with this space and it's driving me bananas. I feel like maybe a picnic mat under the tree might be a good way to go. You know? Stuff like that. And this is why I think I have quite a lot of trauma from watching kids' movies. From the like 80s and 90s, just because, yeah, they were traumatic. They were legitimately traumatic. And then don't even get me started on the never-ending story. Like, I can't even with that. Like, no. Hard no on that one. Just no. Frosty, yes, Frosty the Snowman. How did I forget that? How on earth did I forget Frosty? That's so basic, but yes. You had, like, you gotta remember, I grew up on movies like The Never-Ending Story. And it's just, you know, I don't know what it was with kids' movies during that period, but they were freaking traumatic. Like, ridiculously traumatic. And I think it's, you know what? Thinking about it, you know, there's a reason that I love happy endings now today, because I think I grew up on a lot of movies where there was not a happy ending. And it was sad and traumatic. And, you know, these days, I just steer away from that because it's just like, I don't want to know about that. I want just like happy things. Thanks very much. I want the happily ever after and the happy endings. And yeah, this is a little bit of self-analysis right here. Just thinking about it, that is probably the reason why. It's because of the freaking kids movies that were so traumatic back in the day. Oh man, they reached it, didn't they? Yeah, The Never-Ending Story was emotionally devastating. It's just destroyed me. I can't watch animal movies anymore. Like, literally can't. It's just impossible. I don't know if I should do something around the base of this tree or not. Choices, choices, choices. Maybe I won't. Maybe like a little stone, and I just was thinking like a little grass or something. A little grass might go a long way. Like a little, maybe a little something. I don't know. Of all the things to be indecisive about, it's that. I'll come back to that. Okay, so we've got a cute little picnic blanket. We've got a little seat. I mean, we've kind of got lots of seating around the back. Is there anything else I can put there? Let's find out. Anyone seen The Secret of Nim? No, I haven't seen that one. Is that something I should also not watch? I feel like that's also going to sound like it's traumatic, and I shouldn't watch it. Oh yeah. So many things that, yeah, are just terrifically sad from these times in my youth. And yeah, it's like a lot of sad times. Haley, yeah, kid stuff is traumatizing, like the ugly duckling when it gets rejected, cry my eyes out. Oh yeah, and then Bambi? Bambi? That, I remember that was one of the earliest movies I ever saw was Bambi. And so I bet you combine Bambi, Never Ending Story. Oh, and then there's like this book called, I think it was The Lost Journey, with these 3 animals. Old Yeller. You know, things like this. And you think, oh yeah, why do I not watch animal movies now? There's reasons, my friend. Anytime I see an animal in a movie, I'm just like, oh no, oh no, oh no. Essentially, that's where I go with it. It's like, oh no, panic stations, animal in a movie. I'm not going to be able to cope. You know, it's just all of that past trauma coming back from all of these sort of, you know, animal movies and things like that that have been there in the past. And I feel like that's just way too big for that space. And I feel like that's the wrong color. Oh, I hate this. I hate this whole space. I'm coming back to it. I hate it. I'm going to be dramatic about it. Clint, no, you read the book in school. Oh, The Secret of Nim? I haven't even heard of that one. It was very traumatic. Ugh. Fox and the Hound, Aristocrats, Homeward Bound! That's the one. Homeward Bound. Oh my gosh, I cried so much during that. It was horrible. It just made me sob. Oh, all of these things that I can't cope with. Oh my gosh. That was horrible. No. Homeward Bound. Oh, I cried. Yeah, Bambi. Annalise, I think the first movie I saw in theaters was The Lion King at like 3 years old. Rough. Still one of my favorites, but rough. Oh my gosh. I was just talking about that yesterday on stream. I saw The Lion King. Like, I'm not much for Disney movies. But I did see The Lion King at the dentist of all things. Like, I was getting some dentistry work done. It was long enough that they needed to entertain me. So they put a headset on and gave me The Lion King to watch. And of course, I'm bawling my eyes out at the dentist, not because of what they're doing to my face, but because I'm watching this traumatic, sad tale where his dad, you know, the lion dad, obviously, passes away, and it's just like, oh my gosh, bawling my eyes out. Poor me at the at the dentist, just like traumatized by that. Oh, you know what the other one is that really got me was there used to be this old TV show and it's based on the Narnia books, and there was that TV show, and they have the lion in that. I just happened to catch the episode where the lion dies in that, and yeah, I was just like adamant about never reading the Narnia books just because of that moment in the books. Oh, sorry, in the TV show that I just happened to catch. Randomly out of all of the episodes I could have seen, it just happened to be that one. And yeah, it wasn't a good time. I got so upset seeing this happen on the TV show. I refused to read the books. I've never read the Narnia books just because I saw that, and I was just like, nope, I don't think so. Oh no, not Watership Down. Rainbow. Oh my god, did anyone else see Watership Down? My nan used to put it on all the time. It was not a kid's movie. Oh no. Yeah. That was super traumatizing. Just awful. Oh my gosh. What were adults doing to us back in the day? Like, seriously. You want to know why we have problems? What were you making us watch? That Watership Down. Oh god, no. No. It's not a child appropriate. Major spoiler of The Lion King, sorry. I should have done a spoiler warning. By the way, this happens in The Lion King, which came out, 30 years ago? 25 years ago. Spoiler. Sorry if you haven't seen The Lion King. I do apologize for my spoiling ways. I did not intend to spoil anyone 25 years in the future. 30 years in the future. Oh, Haley, I cry so easily at sad stuff. Have you ever seen Tinkerbell and the Legend of the Never Beast? I watched it as an adult and it was devastating. No, I haven't, but I'm the same as you in that you just Give me anything remotely sad and I'll be bawling my eyes out. Yeah, not even kidding on that one. I'm just one of those people that cries easily, you know, just any sort of like sharp emotion, and it's just like ping in my heart, and it's like pouring water out of my eyes, and yeah, game over as far as that goes. I'm a crier. I accept it. I tell everyone I'm a crier. Don't worry if you see me crying. It's fine. I'm just going through a moment. It's all. Just going through a moment. Ooh, I can use some of the industrial loft pack. Oh, I love that pack. That's way too big for that particular sofa, but still. The industrial loft pack, yes. I wonder whether or not I should do like another little workstation or something over here. Maybe I should do that. What else have we got that we can put up there? Rainbow. I don't know. My nan loved Watership Down for some reason. It was... Yeah, I know. I remember that was a thing, and I saw some of it one day. It was on at a friend's house, and they were watching it, and I just saw what was happening, and I was just like, nope, I'm going outside. No, I don't think so. Oh, just so terrifically sad. It's just like, no. I can't do that to myself. I just really can't. It's just one of those things where, you know, you just have to protect yourself by not seeing whatever's going on that screen, because no. Hard pass. Clint Waffles, 1994, yes. I highly recommend not watching Centaur World then. It's so well written, very funny most of the time, and completely endearing, but when it's sad, it's really sad. Oh. Okay, so Tinkerbell and the Legend of the Never Beast is devastating, and Centaur World also devastating. Right. Okay, that's good to know of things that I should avoid. Because, yeah, I think my coping mechanisms with life are just like, life is enough as it is, and I just need other happy things in my life. When it comes to like movies and entertainment, books and all that sort of thing, yeah, I'm very much I need my happy place kind of person to be able to function as an adult. So yeah, I need that in my life, so that's just the thing that I go for. Now, can I get rid of... Question. I can't figure out a way to get rid of this flooring thing. This, you know, this little bit of white. I can't get a freeze on it. I don't think. I've been trying, and I haven't been able to get a freeze on it, and it's really bothering me. And I haven't been able to get any sort of trim on it either. Like, it's going through here and going through and around, but it's not going through the stair space. Is there any trick to that anybody happens to know off the top of their head of getting rid of that stair space thing? Like, normally I'd like do freezes or something like that, but I can't get it to work. No, you can't get freezes and trims on walls the stairs are against. Yeah, I didn't think so. It's just like this blindingly white space, and it's really bothering me. Really bothering me, but oh, I had a feeling that was going to be a no-go. I was hoping somebody knew something magical that I didn't. It would be wonderful if you did. Yeah, it's really annoying. Like, you should be able to just decorate that, right? Or change the color of it, or it should change with... Would it change with the color of the ceiling, maybe? Probably won't. But if I say change the ceiling color, like that, will that change it? No, that was wishful thinking. Oh well. It is annoying. Clint, you should also avoid Owl House. Alright. Try holding shift and see if... I did try that. It's not doing it. It ain't happening for me. I tried shift and I tried alt, and it's just like... It's just gonna be there. I hate it. It is. It's annoying as hell. Moo and greenery is usually my go-to. Oh, yeah. Move object. I love Moo. Move objects is the best. The problem with that is I feel like it would block the stairs if I put anything around there. I mean, in theory, I might be able to put some stuff along there. Like, you could use, like, the curtain railings from the Desert Lux pack. Right? You could use that, but I would be a little bit concerned about it blocking the stairs. Would be the only thing. But you can certainly do something difficult like that and stack it up. But I don't know. I don't know how much it's going to block. Yeah. Curtain railings. Yeah, it might be a good idea. I might be able to play around with it and have a look. It's a little fiddly. I might do that off camera. But yeah, if I just have to get them in the right place because they're going to snap up. So it's a little case of just having a play around and just seeing what I can do there. I might be able to do maybe something with debug as well. But you know how you sometimes there's like a couple of poles that are kind of sideways poles in debug that you can use. Oh, it's just those little things. Sometimes it's like really minor, but they're just like a little frustration in terms of, you know, just you want something to look better than it is. But it is what it is. I'll see what I can do to work around it and have a play. But it's not going to be very exciting viewing, so I'll do that another time. As you do. So what sort of look do you think in terms of the outdoor furniture? I've kind of gone the Desert Luxe. I might just continue that on the outside. I was contemplating going with a different kind of couch out here, but I feel like I've leaned into the kind of concrete vibe. So the concrete vibe. So I might just stick with that. I love the Desert Luxe kit. It is one of my very fave kits to use. I think it's just got such a really nice modern aesthetic to it, that kit. It really appeals to me. But I'm you know, I love all styles, but the modern style really is just my very, very favorite. And yeah, I do adore it. It's lovely. So many pretty things in that pack. If you let me let loose with it, I will just go ham. I don't have a great deal of space in the backyard today in terms of the, you know, in terms of the space that we have to work with, so I won't be doing too much. But yeah, Riviera Retreat kit and the Desert Luxe kit are two of my favorite kits, just because you can do a whole lot outdoors with them, and I always appreciate being able to do, you know, have items that we can do things outdoors with. And I think that's part of why I'm so excited about the Desert Luxe. Not the Desert Luxe, the Adventure Awaits pack. Just because, you know, it feels like we're going to be able to do a whole lot of like outdoorsy things with it, which I think is really mega exciting. You know, a lot of building outside just makes me extremely happy as a builder. So yeah. And I have a question for you guys. What have you guys been building lately in your games? Has anyone been building anything exciting? Ooh, that moved. Whoops. Yeah, what's been going on? So one of the things that I've been working on is a bigger manor house for Vlad. So that's pretty exciting. Actually, you know what? I probably might do a different door because it's going to be a bedroom and I don't want that open. Now that I think about that. So that's pretty cool. And I've been doing some more modern stuff because I went through such a phase with the fairies and doing a whole lot of fairy builds that I am really enjoying getting back to doing some modern builds, because it's been very much fairy stuff for a lot of the time. So being able to get back to doing something non-fairy is actually quite fun. It feels like I've just kind of refreshed myself a little bit with my modern aesthetic, and feeling, you know, like it's just like, oh, I'm finally back to doing some modern stuff. It's exciting. Hey, Lost, how are ya? Welcome in. You're working on your apocalypse build. Ooh. Oh, by the way, there is a collab on my Discord channel, and we've got one space left for a builder. Someone unfortunately wasn't able to complete. Oh, I think it was Clint. You were a little bit busy and weren't able to finish the build, which is all good. It happens. So we do have one space available on our collab in my Discord. So if anyone is interested, let me know. And if you're not in my Discord, I can send you an invite to it. We're also going to be starting a save file in my Discord as well, which we're excited about. So we're going to be doing a bit of a story save file where we're going to be rebuilding basically all of the worlds one by one. And with that, basically we're going to be creating stories for each world, and then we're going to be building and creating the sims that match the stories. So it's going to be this all-encompassing sort of story that gives us a lore for each world. And in that world, yeah, you know, like we're going to be starting with Willow Creek, and it's going to be like a mystic bio theme, and there's going to be a whole story. So we're going to have a storyteller role, and we're going to have builder and cast roles in that. And that's just like going to be really casual. There's not going to be any time frames on that, so it's going to be super casual. And you can just kind of come and go and do what you can when you feel like it. You know, it's not going to be any pressure. I didn't want to do like a pressured, you know, we must have this done every month sort of thing, because I feel like, you know, I quite often do a lot of that stuff and I put myself under pressure, and I didn't want to do that this time around. So it's kind of like a very low pressure save file, and I thought it would be, you know, a little bit of fun to do something like that. And yeah, so we've got that happening on my Discord as well at the moment. But yeah, there is one space left in a collab if anyone's interested in that at the moment. I need a dresser. Rainbow, you've been working on lots of fall themed stuff. Also a vampire apartment shell. Ooh, a vampire apartment. That sounds amazing. And lots of fall themed stuff. Yes, I know. It's sort of, people get excited when autumn comes around, right? And I notice, particularly with the Northern Hemisphere folks, just like when fall hits, everyone's just like, fall homes, fall homes. It's like all the lovely browns and oranges and yellows, and it's all very cozy and warm. Cutie, you just finished your build for a collab with Simmer Down Steph. Ah, awesome. What kind of build was it, Cutie? Out of curiosity. Oh, can you share? It might be a secret. I might not be able to know. And Elise, you've been working on a Hempford starter home for the Shefford Hollow save, and then did a Tudor home in Winterberg for James Turner's members save. Oh, now I did join the server for Shedford Hollow, so I'm hoping that I can get in on the next one for that. That'll be exciting. And a cute little starter home for Hempford as well. Was it like an adorable little cottagey type thing? And my friend Nixie, who is probably asleep by now, but yeah, she was here earlier. And she is also doing a build for James Turner's members save. I want to say I remember what she's doing, but I can't. But yeah, she's also doing a members save thing for that. So that's cool. A cute little Windenburg home. I'm building in Windenburg today. There you go. There's a coincidence. Cool. So is it, yeah, just a Tudor style? So is it like a modern sort of tuner, or a Tudor tuner, or a historical? Lost. You're so excited about the save file. So am I. I love the theme of it. I think it's going to be really fun, and I just love the idea of having the story and then building around that story. So I know Nyx has been working on that story. She told me a couple of things that she's got planned, and it sounds like it's going to be pretty amazing. I am excited about it, and just seeing what she comes up with the story, because I think we're going to have a lot of fun building that story out and just bringing it to life in Willow Creek, because I think it's going to be an interesting style with the sort of the, you know, New Orleans sort of style and everything like that. I feel like it's going to be a lot of fun. Maybe I can actually run the... No, I don't think that'll work. Just thinking how to space this out, and I definitely need like a rug or something underneath, and run that along there. I think maybe you can slip in a little lampy on the side too. Clint, yeah, 'twas me. I struggled to make what I wanted to happen, and I had my hands in too much stuff right now, so I gave up. Oh, that's fine. Clint, honestly, I do the same thing. I sign up for too many things, and I put too much pressure on myself, and sometimes it's a really smart decision to walk away, or just say, look, you know, I just can't do this right now for me. And I think that's very self-aware and very smart thing to do, rather than just putting yourself through it and just like struggling. You know, if you're not going to enjoy it, then there's not really, you know, a point to doing it, because I think the whole idea of doing these things is that we, you know, be part of you know, a cool collab, but also, you know, you want to be able to enjoy it. And if you're not going to be able to enjoy it, then, you know, I think it is better to step away and just, you know, refocus and do something that you are going to, you know, get a little bit more pleasure out of. So I think that's a very wise decision. Good on you for making that decision as well. I am very much, I feel like I'm too stubborn at times, and I just will just stick with doing something to the bitter end because I've committed to it and therefore I have to do it. And I don't know that it's always a smart decision. So I really respect anyone that can make that decision and, yeah, be smart about it. Because I think that's great that you've been smart about it. Honestly, I really, really genuinely do. Because I'm sometimes just so dumb about it and just push myself way too much. And it's not always the best idea. Not the best decision sometimes for me. So, mad respect for making the decision. Save file, yes. Yes, a save file. So this is my first proper save file, and I thought we would do. But yeah, as I said, it's going to be, you know, very casual, just as we sort of go along and as we have time for it and that sort of thing. So you know, people can, you know, join in for one world and they don't have to join for the next world, you know, stuff like that. So yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It's got a little dresser and we've got the space here, but I've got to be really conscious of the fact that if I put too much down here, there's a possibility of it going through the window. But we might be able to slip a little something down here. We'll see. A cute little cottage. Love that. Clint, Eddie and I just finished a super secret build for QCC 140 that she's going to showcase this weekend. Ooh, super secret, hey? That's awesome. I love the sound of that. We'll have to see what that comes out like because I'm very curious now. You've pimped the secret. Now I need to know about it. I'm nosy. Okay, this is one thing you probably need to know about me is that I am nosy. I'm nosy and I like to know things. I can't help it. I've just always been a little nosy person. What can I say? I wonder if this is going to stick out through here. I guess there's only one way to find out. Stick a little table and chair in there and see what happens. If it sticks out, it does. It sticks out and I just move it. And if it doesn't, then all good. Let's see. Boop. Oh, it should be alright. Just need to move it over a smidge. And I'm just wondering whether I put anything along the front. I don't think I will. There we go. Look at that. Cute little bedroom. We've got a cute little lounge. Isn't that cool? And then going up there. There we go. It's coming together. It's looking good. QT. I was assigned a medium-sized house, 30 by 20 lot with high school years, parenthood, kids' room stuff, and blooming rooms. You're still very new to building, and although a little tough with limited packs, it was fun. Oh my gosh. High school years, parenthood, kids' room stuff, and blooming rooms. Okay, well, they're actually really good matched packs. It'll give you like some really good parenting kind of family stuff to work with. So I think that's cool. Nice. That's awesome. That's a cute combo. And did you feel happy with how your build came out? And what sort of build was it? Sort of like a family style home? Because it looks like, I mean, the pack sort of leaned itself towards a family size home, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's what you did with it. Beautiful. We've got some lights around the place. Love that for us. Okay, so that goes into our bedroom up the top. And we're going to do a little hot tub area. Wow. Hot tubs. Annalise, historical Tudor that has a modern extension for parties. Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that. That's such a cool combo. That's going to be awesome. I do really like the idea of a historical home and then doing like modern extensions on them and just having that sort of that modern vibe, because that's what a lot of people do with their older style homes, isn't it? It's just they take their older style home and they use what's there, but then they can extend on it and just add that modern touch to it. So it's not, you know, just that'll work. You know, not just all historical, but a little touch of, you know, the now. Which is nice. And we can do like a little bit of greenery running in beside here. Is there a nice pot that would work? Let's find out. Lost. I'm definitely down to be a storyteller for a future world. Very excited to hear what she comes up with. So am I. So am I. It's gonna be really interesting. I think we're gonna have like a little touch of the occult in there, which is gonna be cool, and should just really get some real good creativity happening, I think. So I'm excited for it. And as soon as we get these themes voted on for the next for Forgotten Hollow and Magnolia Promenade, those two worlds will be open up to sign up for storyteller there as well. So if you wanted to do the storyteller role for whatever those end up being, then you can sign up for that as soon as the themes are done. And you can come up with a cool story, which will be fun. Great to see what people come up with for these stories. And I think it's going to be really good to just sort of see or get like a kind of a format going with our stories as we get that developed, with Nick's coming up with this sort of the original stories and how that's kind of gonna all work together, you know. Oh, so many string lights now. Aren't we lucky with all the string lights that we have in the game? I feel like so good. QT, and sorry, I said I was assigned a medium-sized house is what I was built to build, not a shell. Oh, okay. A medium-sized house. Awesome. That's a good size to deal with as well, you know? Get to a good amount of room. You'll be able to fit a few bedrooms in there and really make that, you know, kind of all cutesy and work. Love that. And it's quite nice, particularly if you're, if you are relatively new to building, to do something that isn't ginormous. Because, you know, you don't want to kind of tackle something really enormous on your sort of, you know, in your early days of building. Unless you're extremely brave. You know, just to really get to feel familiar with the building process and, you know, make sure that you feel comfortable with the style and, you know, all that sort of thing. I didn't have tiny home, you know, the tiny home stuff pack back in the early days of my building, so I never really did a lot of the tiny homes, but definitely doing sort of like your smaller 20 by 15 lots and 20 by 30 lots and, you know, things like that really did help me feel like a lot more comfortable with building, you know, as I developed my skills and that sort of thing. I mean, I haven't really been building all of that long when I think about it. Like, it's been what, just over 3 years, I'd say 3.5 years I've been building in The Sims 4. Because I used to build, like, you know, boxes with sometimes roof on them. Sometimes they didn't even have roofs on them. Sometimes they were just boxes. And that's what I played in. Because I had no interest in building. And then, yeah. It's not the case anymore. It's my favourite thing to do in The Sims 4. It's doing a little bit of building. Love it for me. Oh, how times change. It's just so funny to me, like, how my gaming style in The Sims has really evolved over time. It's very different from how I started, but I still love a nice gameplay challenge. That's definitely something that it always appeals to me. It's a bit wild. That'll do the trick. Lost. I almost had to do that for the Dreamlight Valley collab, but pulled through. Oh, with the making the decision not to do it. Yeah, that was a tough one, honestly. I didn't expect it to be that challenging with that theme and stuff, but it really was. Just that interpretation from going from Dreamlight Valley to The Sims 4 was genuinely, yeah, it was genuinely a challenge. I found it, you know, it was quite a difficult one because, you know, you're sort of looking at something and then you have to reinterpret it as, you know, something for The Sims 4, and it's not necessarily the easiest thing to do. So yeah, that was a toughie, that one. But I've just finished a collab. Thank you, Vinny. I just saw that. Just finished a collab where we reimagined Dreamlight, you know, houses from the game Disney's Dreamlight Valley in The Sims 4, and yeah, it was a lot of fun, but it was also a little bit of a tough one. I am looking for those dividers that came. Oh, maybe I could use that. Hang on. I was just thinking the dividers that came with businesses and hobbies, but then I got distracted by the plant. I got distracted. Hey, got distracted. Shocking. That's better. I knew there was going to be a better thing. Why didn't I think of that immediately? I was literally using this yesterday for things. And then we can put like a little plant on the end there to cover up that. Okay, I'm still looking for the divider, but yeah. QT, yes, although I wish I was a much better builder, I'm quite happy with what I came up with. Oh, well, that's good. I mean, as long as you're happy and that you had fun. But at the end of the day, I mean, building is something that just evolves over time as well. Like, I mean, I'm always wanting to be a better builder than what I am. And, you know, it's just, I feel like, yeah, it's very much one of those things that you just keep practicing and you keep doing and you keep getting better over time. Like I see some of the, you know, some of these builders that have been building through the franchises, like they've built in Sims 1 and Sims 2 and Sims 3 and Sims 4, and they've got so many amazing tips and techniques and all of those things that just make me go, wow, you guys are just so amazing. And I wish I could, you know, I had all that knowledge, but I didn't do that. I'm just, you know, in terms of the Sims, I feel like I'm relatively newish to building, and yeah, I wish I knew all of the things from doing all of the things, but I don't, and I just have to work with what I've got. It is what it is, right? Wishes are for fishes and all that. Look, a little robe there. Just thinking if there's anywhere. Oh, maybe we can put, you know, the Riviera Retreat thing, which is this over here, pool station. Put that under there with the towels too, for when we're coming out of our hot tub. Blank space that I still don't know what to do with. Lost Time Machine. So many good themes. It's hard to be upset with any of the options winning. Yeah, I agree. There's just an amazing amount of options there that I think will be fun no matter what. So, and the thing is, it's not like we can't do the theme elsewhere as well. So if we do vote on a theme for a particular world, but there's still some other cool themes there, you know, there's no reason why we can't have, you know, that theme in a different world. So that's the great thing about it. It's like we can kind of do a whole lot of different stuff in different worlds, and, you know, and use some of these themes in different ways in different worlds. I think it'll be fun. Clint, because that might definitely be up my alley. Oh, Clint, hang on, go back. How does a storyteller work? Do you come up with every family story? Because that might be definitely up my alley. Yes, that's exactly right. So with the storyteller role in the save file, essentially, you come up. So we vote on a theme, and once the theme is voted on, then the storyteller comes up with the story for that world. So they'll come up for the, you know, basically the background for the world, and then they'll come up with the background for each of the families in the world as well, and just, I guess, the households and the houses. So like they might have something where they'll also mention some of the community lots in the world. So like they might say that they like to go down to the library as a family activity, so you know that there's a library in the world, you know, things like that. So it's basically just connecting all the dots for the world, and you know, how the world has kind of come into being is essentially, yeah, what the storyteller role is. So it's just giving all the background on what, you know, what each little, actually, what if we made this a little pottery studio? And then have the thing going on through. Sorry, I'm just getting distracted. So yeah, so the storyteller role is very much, yeah, building the world around which we create the characters and the builds themselves. So it's just all the background and just basically giving us the idea of what this is, and then we do something with it, essentially. So yeah, I think that's going to be a really cool role. So if you are interested in Clint, I mean, keep an eye open, because we will be opening up more storyteller roles in the near future as well, because we're just sort of voting on themes, and we'll have how many worlds are there in The Sims 4 at the moment? Because that's how many roles there will be as we go through and vote on the themes and stuff. So it's gonna be really cool. Annalise, honestly, a lot of how I learned to build was watching speed builds from different people. Yeah, same here. That's how I sort of got into it. I just was what I was doing, but I did discover, I think it would have been Lil Simsy and Deligracy, and I saw them building, and I was like, hang on, I can do this. And this is where I am now. Hang on, I can do this. And I learned so much from different people doing different things, and yeah, it's actually quite an amazing thing that you just learn so much through just learning all these different techniques and all these different ways of doing things, just from watching people and them sharing that knowledge. And it's just, yeah, you learn something from this person, you learn something from that person, and next thing you know, you can build a house. It's pretty amazing. Hi, McKay. Sorry, I'm being very slow at catching up with the chat. I'm going to catch up with the chat now. Hi, McKay. How are you? I hope you're well. Lost. Right. And so also some themes could be paired together story-wise. Yeah, I think so as well. And, you know, each of the neighborhoods will have like a little twist on the theme too. So, you know, like Willow Creek, maybe there's a voodoo area, maybe there's a rich area, maybe there's a poor area, you know, things like that. So, yeah. Clint, somehow too many worlds and somehow not enough, right? Oh my gosh, we got a raid! Hey, Kiwi! Oh, wow, welcome in, guys. How are ya? Hoot hoot, the Kiwi Owl Squad has arrived and we're not here to blend in. Flying in with feathers on point, beaks sharp, time to bring some Kiwi sass, sprinkle a little araha. Aw, that's so sweet. Thank you for being here, guys. Welcome in. How was stream? What did you guys do? Rainbow, yeah, I got into Sims 4 YouTube before I even downloaded Sims 4. Really? Is that kind of how you got inspired with it, Rainbow? Fascinating. Hi, Amy. Hi, Kay. Welcome in. King Gingerroot, hello. Thank you for the follow. Hi, Raiders. McKay, you're well? You're just playing your legacy? Oh, amazing. I love that. We're just doing a little bit of building, Raiders. So we're building this. This is actually a shell challenge. So this is kind of where we've gotten with it. We're doing like a modern industrial, sort of slightly inspired by a loft theme. And this is what it's kind of turned into at this point. So we're going pretty well. We're on the interior at the moment. So it's fun. Kiwi, I was working on my entry for the Discord cabin getaway entry and then did some other builds. That you've been working on some cabins. Oh my gosh, that's exciting. How inspired are you for the new pack coming out and all the new exciting things? Is this just sort of like you see the new pack and you're just like, oh my gosh, I want all the things and I want to build all of the things right now and have all the lovely things. I'm so excited for so many things with the Adventure Awaits pack. And yeah, can't wait to get my hands on it. My grubby little paws. Rainbow, yeah, I was still playing Sims 3, but it kept crashing my PC. Then I started watching Sims 4 YouTube and decided to download the base game. Ah, that's so cool. I had to be convinced to play The Sims 4. Like, my friend was like, you have to play it. And I was like, do I want to? And yeah, then I did. So welcome in, everyone. Appreciate you being here. You're very excited, Kiwi. It opens up a door as you've never built cabins. Did you hear the trailer voice actor use? Yes, Reese Darby. It was so funny. I was watching it yesterday morning when the trailer came out, and my husband walked into the room because it was like 6:30 in the morning. He was like wandering around. He walks in and goes, "Hey, that's Reese Darby," and I'm just like, "Yep." I was like, I told you, it's a New Zealand themed expansion pack. And I have no words. I'm sure I can come up with some words because I'm talkative. But, you know, the fact that we have a New Zealand themed pack is just mind-blowing to me. I never in a million years expected that we would have a New Zealand themed pack ever. It might be Australasian, I don't know. It's a possibility it's Australasian themed, and it's got like a touch of Australia in there. I don't know. I haven't really seen much of Australia in it. I feel like it's more New Zealand. But yeah, I never in a million years expected a New Zealand themed pack, and then they just drop one out of nowhere, and I'm like, what? Oh my gosh. And Elise, that's what finally convinced me it was a New Zealand themed world. Yeah, it just was like the nail in the coffin of that theory. Well, no, it's kind of the opposite, because we're not really putting that theory down under the earth. We're bringing it to light, and it's a zombie rising out from the grave, and it's amazing and fabulous. My analogy is terrible, but you know what I'm saying. Like, this theory has been really brought to life. Like, you know, when I looked at the first trailer, you know, I was seeing Rotorua, I was seeing Waitomo, I was seeing maybe gold panning down Arrowtown Way. You know, it was very, very, like, there was so many elements of New Zealand life there that I felt really hopeful. And then you hear Rhys Darby doing the voiceover, and you're like, yep. Definitely. Clint, I want the seasons to be backwards or else. In New Zealand. Imagine... Imagine that. If the seasons were like the opposite to everywhere else. Oh my gosh, Clint, that's genius. That is genius. Imagine that. Because, you know, we're down in the southern hemisphere, so, you know, we don't have the same seasons as the northern hemisphere, and I think every other world from mostly, maybe not the Asian ones, but some of the Asian inspired worlds, but yeah, most of the worlds are very much northern hemisphere. So imagine if the seasons were backwards to what the rest of the worlds were. That would be so cool. Oh my gosh. It makes us unique. It really does. It really does make us unique. It's very cool. Kiwi, yeah, giggled how they added paper, scissors, rock. Yes. There's going to be some really cool little features with the pack. You know, like I think the little paper crafting and stuff. I think that'll be interesting. I don't need to put that on an angle. And yeah, we were just talking about the imaginary friends earlier, and just how scary the imaginary friends were in Sims 3, and I'm a little bit worried about that. Hopefully it's not going to be as scary as what the Sims 3 ones sound like, because that sounded terrifying. Annalise, could have had more than one Kiwi building in the back though. Yeah. Annalise, you're not wrong. Oh man, how I just joined the EA Creator Network and they just asked me to be a builder. Dream come true. No. Very unlikely. But still, that would have been amazing. I would love that. Kiwi, the bird gave it away what country it was. Yeah, the little takahi. Uh-huh. As soon as I saw that, I was just like, oh my god, that's New Zealand. That's New Zealand through and through. Amazing. And incredibly, incredibly exciting. I can't even with how excited I am about it. It just like, it genuinely brings tears to my eyes. The fact that my little country has representation here in my favorite game. Like, it's just genuinely moving to me that it is in the game. You know, our world is in the game, and it's just like, oh my gosh. Yay. Emotions. I'm gonna be so emotional on when I get my hands on this. I really am. It's gonna be an emotional time, and I'm there for it. And I did say earlier that I'm an easy crier, so if I burst into tears, I mean, don't be shocked. Annalise, oh yeah, the plum bird is definitely a takahi. Yeah, I think so as well. There's just no doubt about it. I don't think there's anything else in the world that even remotely looks like that out there as far as a species. I mean, I'm not a bird expert, but I feel like that would be the case. I don't even have any lights in that room. What am I doing? I was deciding on lights earlier and then I got distracted. McKay, geez, the child just got the fear of being an inferior. He's imposter syndrome of 7. Oh, is that with your legacy challenge? Oh, you hate to see that, because like, imagine if your kid did that in real life. You'd be so sad and upset for them. Yeah. I don't love fears in the kids when they're that young. It's like, oh, that's not cool. Kiwi, whose shell are you doing? Well, let me tell you about it. So the shell that I'm doing is by Nisena. So this is the Nis tool shell, And this is what it started as. So as you can see, I've changed the exterior quite a lot by not using any walls, I will point out. I've done it through trickery of building. So this is called the NIS tool shell, and basically you move everything around. There's like a little tool thing here, and you can move that around and put it wherever you like. Add platforms, foundations, etc. So that's due in a couple of weeks, up I think the end of the month. And yeah, hashtag NIS tool shell. So if anybody's interested in doing a little shell challenge, there you go. Annalise, I've been in the creator network since Cats and Dogs. Hello, I'm right here. I'm so thrilled, beyond thrilled for Kate though. Yes, Annalise, that's the thing. It's just like, well, you know, you could have used me here, right? Could have used me. You've been there for a while, so I think, you know, I feel like you should have definitely gotten a look in at doing the building for that. I mean, that would have been amazing for you. Oh, just even the thought of having that sort of presence in the game, like you know, whenever you go and look in the game, that you built that and that you are officially part of the Sims 4 legacy, you know? I just think that's such an amazing thing. It just, in my brain, just thinking about that just makes my brain go, whoa, that's just so cool. I mean, Kate must be so over the moon. I don't even know how she's coping. To be honest, I don't know how she's coping with all of this and staying sane and just like not being overwhelmed by it, because I would just be such an emotional wreck just thinking about you know, all of these amazing thing that's happened, that I am, you know, officially part of this game that I love. It's wild to think about, right? And at least we've had a little bit of Mari stuff in Island Living, like one of the cast items and a couple of build by. Yeah, we have. They've definitely got that sort of Pacific theme to them. So you do see that when you know, whenever I'm looking at Island Living, I am seeing, you know, a lot of sort of like the Pacific culture in there. You know, it might be, you know, Samoan or you know, Maori or whatever, but you know, it's, you know, those Pacific sort of island nations and that sort of thing. And yeah, you do see that there's elements in Island Living in there. So I guess you do see those little bits of New Zealand in that pack as well, which I hadn't really thought about, but you're absolutely right about. Do I want to have chairs in here? I think I want to have a little chair in this corner. I don't want to put too much in the sort of in the corner at this point, just because it's all sort of open and windows. So thinking like a nice chair might be quite nice in the corner. Clint, it's crazy that Danielle Builds has 2 builds in this pack. Yes, it's actually really cool that I feel like, yeah, it just feels really cool that these are all people that, you know, I sort of know from the community. I mean, I don't know Danielle too well. I know of her probably more than I know her. But, you know, XI Sims as well had some builds in there too. So it's just really, yeah, it's really cool that we, you know, it's people that we sort of know in our community from around the place, from social media and that sort of thing, and that we're familiar with. And then now we're seeing them build in the game. It's not just like, you know, your simmers that have a million followers. It's you know, smaller content creators sort of coming through, and well, not all of them are smaller, but you know, some of them are coming through and being part of this, you know, amazing world or amazing game. And it's just so cool. It's honestly, I'm so delighted for them to all sort of be part of it and have this opportunity. It's pretty amazing. Oh yeah. Yeah. Let's go with that. Beautiful. Okay, if my Sims doesn't win gold at the Finchwick Fair, I will riot. It's excellent quality gold. Oh, if your Sims wall doesn't win gold. Oh, are you doing that? Oh man, I found doing the whole Finchwick Fair thing a little frustrating, because, you know, you really want gold and you think you should have gold, and then you don't get gold and you're like, gah. I feel your pain. Maybe we have like the little... Oh yeah, we'll smoke a doobie while we're doing our pottery. That's perfect. You know what, I'm going to do businesses and hobbies. I'm going to put some of the pottery up on the wall. I think that'll be quite cool. pottery up on the wall. And we'll do some debug to get that up. There we go. Get tray off there. There we go. Yeah, that one. That shell. Lost. Oh, I thought I missed the deadline. No, you haven't. It's still a couple of weeks. I think. Let me just double check on my Discord. But I'm pretty certain there's a couple of weeks left on that. Challenges. Nis. Where is Nis's? So that is due on the 25th of September. So we've still got a couple of weeks left on that. So if you are interested in doing the shell, 2 weeks left. So it should be plenty of time, I would hope. I hope so. And you can get in on that. And Nis will be doing tours live on Twitch as well. So there you go. A little something for you. Clint, yeah, but I imagine everyone hates it. I wouldn't recover. I'd cry myself to death. Everyone hates... I missed that. What were they hating? What are we hating? You wouldn't recover, you'd cry yourself to death. Well, that wouldn't be good. I wouldn't want anybody to cry themselves to death. That sounds sad. Rainbow, building for a Sims pack would be the dream, but I feel like they've already released the 2 packs. That would be my specialty. And Elise, yeah, it would be such an amazing opportunity. Yeah, I think it would be as well. But you never know, Rainbow. You never really know in terms of what they've got kind of planned. Like, I feel like, you know, for me, they've released a New Zealand pack, and I'm a New Zealand builder. That, you know, that's my opportunity gone as well. But, you know, I think, you know, you never quite know what the opportunities will be and what they are, you know, what they're thinking for the future. And yeah, I would say never with that. Never say never with that opportunity. But I mean, for myself, I don't feel like I'm quite there yet with my building. Like, I want to still progress my building skills more and know more about the techniques and that sort of thing, and just really build my knowledge up even further. And it's probably me just being pedantic about things, but you know, that's where I kind of feel like I'm pretty decent at building, but I could be better. Did I put a light in? Oh shit, I didn't. Hang on. Okay, I forget lights. I'm pretty sure I didn't put a rubbish bin out the back either yet, but that's fine. I haven't even got a back door at this point. But we're progressing pretty slowly. Well, no, steadily. Slow and steady wins the race with this sort of thing. But I think it would be absolutely amazing to have the opportunity to build for a pack in The Sims 4. Like, that would just blow my mind. And it's a definite goal of mine to one day have that opportunity, but it's not one that I can really, I think, affect. Except to just continue to build and build well, I guess, is kind of the idea, right? Annalise, to think I nearly cried with Island Living since some of the small Maori things. Imagine how I'm gonna be if the whole world is based on New Zealand. Oh my gosh, yes. Yeah. It's gonna be an interesting time. I'm just gonna I feel like I'm just gonna look at the world and just bawl my eyes out and be like, yeah, this is just so overwhelming to see. But then again, I don't think visually that it's going to really look super New Zealand, except for things like the geyser / mud pools, maybe the glowworm caves. So I think there'll be like little sections which are going to be reminiscent of New Zealand. But I feel like, you know, overall it's still going to have that Sims aesthetic, so it's not going to look overtly New Zealand. But all the little touches along the way, I feel like those are the things that are really going to get me with the game and make me go like, yeah, wow, and get me emotional. So I feel like it's going to be more of the little things than it is, you know, some of the bigger visual features in the game, if that makes sense. Clip Wobble. See, I want to do Cass for The Sims so bad. Do they farm the Cass out? I never really see anybody talking about anybody making cash for The Sims when the packs come out. It's always builds, and I was always curious about whether or not they farm out, you know, they farm out the cash stuff. I've always felt like they didn't, but imagine if they did. Like, how good would the Sims, like the base game Sims for that pack look? You know, or the base Sims, not the base game. You know, they would look utterly amazing. Like, really, really amazing. Oh my gosh, just thinking about it. Think about that. Vinny, as you're having a smoke. Really? It's so funny. Rainbow, if they ever release Cottage Living 2.0, then maybe. I mean, you do so well with the whimsical builds. It's really quite stunning to see what you do with the lovely whimsical builds and stuff. But, you know, like anything that's kind of like country-ish, I feel like, you know, you'd be good at. I mean, you're an excellent builder no matter what, I feel like. So, you know, the style I don't think would particularly matter. At the end of the day, I feel like you would be able to build anything in any style and you'd be off and away. It'll be fine. You'd be fine. It would look amazing. Rainbow. Oh, okay. My wall didn't win. Flip stable. Oh no. I am very sorry to hear that. Oh no, that's terrible luck. Oh boy. R.I.P. the wool. Oh no. Gosh. That kind of sucks though. It would have been nice if the wool won. And you were able, I imagine that are you working on the aspiration, McKay? Because, yep. It's frustrating when you're trying to get an aspiration done and you're waiting on this one thing to happen and then it doesn't happen and then it doesn't happen and then it doesn't happen and you're just like getting more and more frustrated as time goes on because you're like, I really, really want this to happen and it's not. Oh no. Save and hydrate 3 hours in. Ugh. Let's have a save and a hydrate, eh? And at least, no, they don't have community members to a cast, unfortunately. That's what I unfortunately suspected. That kind of sucks. They should. Oh, no, not that I really dislike what they do with The Sims, but, you know, I feel like they would be so much better if, like, think about the builds that we have now in the game compared to what the base game builds kind of were back in the day. I feel like we are much better off as Simmers with having the community do it. To put it gently. So yeah, imagine what the community could do with those, you know, with some Sims. It would be utterly amazing. Utterly amazing. I think maybe I feel like I should have a fence in here. And like a little gate. There's a matching gate for this one. This is one of my very favorite fences in the game. This one here. From Get Together. Get Together is a really good building pack, just by the by. If you don't have Get Together, it's one of the packs that I would highly recommend, particularly if you love a modern build. It's amazing. It's amazing and I love it. One of my very, very favorites. There you go. Solid bins around the back. Clint, sorry, the dog was licking my phone. I was like, what is Clint okay? And then I'm like, sorry, the dog was licking my phone. I was like, oh no. That's hilarious. Oh, doggo, what were you up to? Boy, oh boy. Now, how do I want to... Where have we got the front door? Oh. Lift that flooring up. So where do I want to put everything? Because this is basically, this is essentially the only area that I have to work with as far as actual part of the building. So we've got the like little living room in here. So I'm thinking maybe we can do a cute little kitchen dining in here. This will kind of be our entranceway. I'm thinking probably, I don't know, it's for, I'm half thinking I might change this and put the door entrance over here actually. I might do that and then switch that to a window because I feel like flow-wise that is not really working for me when I come in here. So this I can actually divide off and we can have kitchen, we can have kitchen, dining, living, like a little space here, maybe an extra living space here, and then go into a bedroom / bathroom there. That makes sense. And then that brings it to a 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom home. Okay, boom, done. In my head, got it worked out. There we are. Rainbow, if they do release a band EP game pack, it will be so cool to have another city world based on the UK with all the history of alternative music over here. Oh yeah, because they the UK's very been like had that history with the punk, right? In terms of, yeah, that is a big thing, a big genre, I guess, for that side of the world, you know. I know definitely there's a whole history to punk and how that sort of evolved and bits and pieces in the as a music genre. So that would be actually really cool. I agree. Imagine that. Is that something that you guys are sort of looking forward or like think about as a pack that you would like to see in the game? Is the band EP? Because I know a lot of people are quite excited about bands as an EP. But yeah, is that something that you would like to see as a thing, as a pack in the game? As an expansion pack or a game pack? And imagine if they brought back gameplay packs. We haven't had a game pack since Werewolves in The Sims 4. Like, yeah. What do you guys sort of, think about not having game packs these days? Does make me kind of sad, if I'm being honest, because I really like a game pack. And I'm kind of miss them. There are some EPs that I have felt that would have been suited to being game packs better than EPs. So there is that as well. But yeah, I do miss game packs as a thing, I've got to say. Well, thank you for the follow, McKay. It's excellent quality and rare. Vinny, you just head off when you need to, honey. I'm probably just going to finish this build and wrap up. So whenever this build finishes, which is just the ground floor, we wrap it up from there. But you go if you need to. You're fine. Head off. I'm okay. Clint, I want the option for band members to be all singers, have a lead singer and 3 instruments, and every instrument to date be available. I want them to add bass and some other instruments. Oh, yeah. It's kind of, you know what, actually, now that you said that, Clint, it kind of reminds me a little bit of how we're getting some new gym equipment with a new pack, and the fact that we had to wait so long for this new, for this new gym equipment. Yeah. Imagine if we got some new instruments in the game, is just where I was going with this. Right? Like, imagine a new instruments in the game. Like, how amazing would that be? I think we'll just do a brick interior. We're industrial. Let's go brick. There we go. Punk, goth, a lot of alternative music subcultures have been big over here. You would love to have bands. I think that would be an interesting ad. I'm not too sure if I could see it as an EP or if I would see it as as a smaller pack, like a stuff pack or a game pack. I don't really see it as a stuff pack because I think you would have too many things to do. I think I could see it as a game pack, and I think I could see it as an expansion pack. But expansion packs, I feel like, do need to have that little touch of something else to them, and I don't know what that would be with bands, but they always seem to add like that little touch of something, when it comes to expansion packs. Is that going to stick through the floor? Why is it so... Oh, I know. Because I lifted the flooring. That's why. That's why I did a thing, and then it's affected other things. It's funny that. Annalise, they bought back stuff packs and stopped the game packs. Yes, and then they stopped doing stuff packs. It's kind of like, yeah, brought back stuff packs, got rid of game packs, and then now we don't have stuff packs or game packs. And it's like, oh man, I liked both of them. I actually really love the smaller packs. I think they're fantastic, but I guess it depends on what their kind of vision of the future is and where they're kind of going with it. As far as the franchise and stuff, I mean, hard to kind of know, but it would certainly be cool if we got. No, I just go black. Oh, Velvet building a black kitchen. No way. I love a black kitchen. Give me a black kitchen, please, and I'll be happy. I love a black kitchen. It's just so pretty, man. Like, if I could have a whole black kitchen in real life, I would just be the happiest of girls. Be the happiest of girls. Drum kits would be cool. Imagine that. Drum kits. Drums. Oh my gosh. That would be amazing. Imagine your Sims like smashing out some songs on their little drum kits. That'd be so cute. You're like, oh, you know what I'm picturing? I'm picturing Animal from the Muppets right now. Oh, that's exactly what I'm picturing. Animal from the Muppets. I think I'm gonna have to go down, because it's not working for me. Okay, and we'll do like a little step coming in from here. I think that's what we'll do instead. Okay, solve that problem. Solved a problem! Aren't I just a little problem solver today? Rainbow, you'd be happy with a game pack. I feel like you could still do plenty of cool stuff with bands as a slightly smaller pack. Yeah, and imagine you could, you know, they could kind of structure it in a way that's quite similar to like werewolves and vampires and like all the occult packs. I feel like you could kind of structure it that way as well. You know, but maybe with having like a, you know, occult sort of style format with, you know how, oh no, like you could probably do it like quite similar to Get Famous. In terms of, you know, having that, you know, little skill tree type thing, or those little extra bonus things that you can get from doing the pack. So I feel like, you know, they can mix it up and have like something, you know, like Get Famous, but for the, you know, for the bands, which I think would be fun. But there was something else different on the end. Yes, they're wrong. Clint, you'd be pleased as punch if they added a game pack without a world, honestly. I like New World, so I'd always love a New World, but you know, I wouldn't be up in arms about not having a New World with that. I feel like Rainbow, I feel like we have the mechanics we need in game because we have the acting career with Get Famous. I imagine it would work in a similar way where they pick us. Yeah, sorry, I'm just catching up with chat. That's exactly what I just said, wasn't it? So yeah, same mindset there. That we've got the mechanics there with Get Famous. They just need to tweak it. Clint, some Cass, some BB, and some new instruments. That would be amazing. I mean, that's all you really need, right? And then they could go to gigs at like different community lots that are already there. Vinny, see you later. That's okay. That's okay. You need to go. You need to go. See you later. Thank you. Velvet in her natural habitat, a black kitchen. Exactly. It is my natural habitat, a black kitchen. Make me happy. Honestly. Give me a black kitchen and I'll be sitting there quite happily for hours, building away, like adding things. Well, maybe not hours in a kitchen, but maybe. I genuinely just love black kitchens so much. They're so pretty to me. I know it's not for everybody, but it's for me, okay? Okay. As long as we understand that it's for me. And I'm very happy with it. I wonder if I can do a black version of that and then put like the herbs on there. Will the herbs go on there nicely? Look at that. Oh, kitchens are great. I love kitchens. swap those around. But thank you, Vinny. You have a good day, and I'll talk to you soon, okay? But thank you for being here, honey. Much appreciated. Oh, yeah. Love it. Okay, I also feel like there would be some great cast items like band tees. Yes, I feel like they could do a really good job with the band items in terms of cast. You know, like you could do like different styles. I think, you know, that Rainbow was talking about with like you could have a punk look, you could have a more of a rock look, you know, stuff like that. Or you could go sort of indie look, or, you know, that sort of thing. So you could actually go quite a few different directions, I feel like, with different band casts. So I think that would be really cool. I wonder if I could go gold. Just mix it up a little bit. So yeah, I feel like the opportunity really is there to have some really cool items with casts. And yeah, do some fun things. I think that'll be really cool. I'm kind of walking straight into the kitchen, but such is life. Ew. Gotta walk in somewhere, right? Why not a kitchen? I mean, my back door walks right straight into the kitchen. I mean, I realize it's a back door, not a front door, but still. It is a door, however, and it walks straight into the kitchen, so there you go. Clint, streaming is nice for when I want to play but don't have the energy. I'm just sitting enjoying The Sims without making any decisions and enjoy the conversation. Ah, yeah, well, that's a fun thing. I think that's what a lot of people do, is they just kind of sit there and chill and hang out and... yeah, just enjoy the, you know, the social sort of element of it. It's a nice, gentle way of socializing without actually leaving your house, which is, and I'm not going to lie about this, that is very me in terms of how I like to socialize without leaving the house. So yeah, the fact that, you know, you can sit here and you can have like these conversations and have a bit of social time without leaving the house is just, you know, that's fantastic, right? I think that's great, and streaming is great for that because it's live, you know, in person and immediate, and it is just like you're out there and you are talking to people and you are socializing, and yeah, I do love that about streaming and having that social interaction. Clint, imagine having custom tees and hoodies that work like the fur pattern tattoos and fairy wings. Kiwi, you didn't know the life and death cabinets had lights underneath. Well, there you go. Snappy, this kitchen is everything. I want to live here. Snappy, so do I. It's just like the brick wall, the black, the dark flooring, and it's just like, oh, you know, the heavenly light coming down and shining on it. Just like, oh my gosh, it's just, yes, 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 yes. I love it. I love it. I love it. It makes me extraordinarily happy to make a black kitchen. What can I say? It's a happy place thing for me. It truly is. I just love it. I need a color. Maybe that one. Go, a couple of sized chopping boards, and then we have our chippity choppity knives. There we go. Imagine it would be annoying to having to pull your knives out from under there, but hey, they don't actually use it, so it's fine. I'll just do it for pretty sake. Pretty sake. So yes, black kitchen, love it. Annalise, yeah, hanging out in streams is most of my socialization because I'm chronically ill and I'm not up to going out and seeing people most of the time. Yeah, and I think it's great for that. Like, you know, if you aren't able to leave the house or you don't want to, you know, you've still got the option of being out there and socializing with people, but without leaving the house. And isn't that amazing? Technology, right? Technology is fantastic. Thank you, technology, for providing us with today's stream. And it's great when you can sort of find, you know, a great bunch of people that you can kind of hang out with as well. It really does make it so much, you know, so much better. Because you've got to have the right mix of people and, you know, feel comfortable, and you can just sit there and chill out and hang out and chitty chat away and have a good time, and it's, you know, it's the way to go. Oh man, I love kitchens. I wish these knives were black, but you can't get like the black knives, which is a shame. Now, I've got a couple of counter spaces, which means I can put something green in the corner here. Because I feel like I just need that little pop of green just to bring a little bit more color in here. And maybe we can put in a food processor. Food processor is always handy. Can I put in a little something in behind there? Let's see. I need a plant. Clint, you absolutely hate leaving the house. I make everyone come to me. Thank you. I will hydrate, save, and stretch. Thank you, Clint. Ah! And a stretch. Yes. Love it. I generally have to go out of the house every day, possibly with the exception of Sundays. So, you know, I'm just forced by the fact that I have, oh, I know what I'm going to use, children. I do need to go out, and I do need to talk to other parents sometimes. And sometimes teachers and things like that. But if I can avoid it, I will absolutely avoid it, you know, as much as I possibly can. Because socializing isn't my favoriteest thing to do in the world. Not in person, but I don't mind it so much online, you know? I feel like, you know, you can control that a little bit more in a way, but also, you know, there's generally a better mix of people sometimes online, depends, but yes. I do like a little bit of online socializing, you know? It's nice. You meet so many good people out here in the Sims community too, which is great. I don't imagine that's the case for a lot of, you know, for all communities, but I feel like for the Sims 4, I mean, you know, there's going to be the odd, oh God, just move it. You know, the odd person here and there that, you know, isn't all that great, but it's the world out there and that's what it is. But, you know, in general, like I find the community itself to be, you know, pretty fantastic. So, yeah, I'm very happy with our community in general with the Sims. I think it's great. Did I add in the lights? I did add in the lights. Brilliant. Annalise, streaming has genuinely found me some of my best friends. They came over from Australia for my wedding last March. It's found me people who understand me in ways that the typical ways of making friends, school and work hasn't. You know what, Annalise? That's a really, really good point. Because I feel like when you go out in the world, it's... Oh, this would make such a good dining area. I'm going to make that into a dining area. It's really hard, I feel like, to go out in the world and meet someone that loves the things that I do. Because most, you know, most of you adults, you go out there and you say you're a gamer. They're like, oh, what? And they don't understand it. And you're like, you know, and that's such a major part of my life, you know, to go out there and you know, I do spend a lot of time gaming because I'm, you know, I stream and I make content. So, you know, that's a lot of time in the day spent on gaming. And, you know, I know that people just don't get it out there. And, you know, the average everyday person, they're just like, I don't, you know, that you just know they just don't get it. And I feel like when you can choose the people in your community and the people that you hang out with, like, you know, we're doing at the moment, I know you guys get it. You know, right? I know you guys get it. And I know that you understand how cool and fun this game is. And I can talk to you guys about all of these little things in the game. And I couldn't have a conversation with someone I know out on the street about The Sims 4. Like, they just, like, they don't get it. They don't get why it's exciting to have this, you know, adventure awaits pack and why I'm so excited about the fact we're getting diving boards, you know? They're just simply not going to understand that. Whereas I know you guys, I can say, hey, I'm so excited about diving boards, guys. And you'll be like, yeah, diving boards. And it's such a weird conversation to have. Like, we're talking about diving boards and imaginary friends and all that thing. But we get it. But, you know, you're talking to other people out on the street. And it's hard to find people that have common interests that intersect with things that I like to do in real life. And I love to read. You know, there's certain shows that I like to watch. Like, currently we're doing a big Survivor, you know, rewatch. And, you know, I love to game. And gaming is such a huge part of what I do as a hobby. But just so many adults just kind of don't get it. But you know, then you find your people, and it's through social media and through streaming and doing you know, content creation and that sort of thing, and that's how I found my people, you know, and it's really awesome, and I love it. So it's actually really freeing to be able to sit here and stream for what, 3.5 hours, and we've been building away and we've been chatting away and we've been chatting the whole time and having some really good conversations, and it's not just about gaming, you know, but I feel like we're very like-minded and we connect through this game, and you know, we've got some similar tastes in terms of movies and life experiences and things like that, which I think is, you know, really awesome. And it's a connectivity that I think people don't really understand who aren't part of this world, is that, you know, we can actually make connections through gaming, which I think is absolutely amazing. Should I go that, or should I go... I love these pictures from the Refined Living Room kit. Oh, so good. Thank you, Pierre-Sim. Love it. Oh, yeah. Did you get married recently, Annalise? How was the wedding? Yee. Annalise, yes, exactly. And I've been able to find people who can relate to me about chronic illness or ADHD, as well as sharing so many interests. Thank you for the follow. Yes, and I think that's the thing, is that, yeah, through this shared experience, you know, you can find people who have similar things going on in their lives, because I know a lot of people that do have chronic illnesses and that sort of thing, and you know, mobility is not necessarily an easy thing for them, that are out in the community, and they've found a way to stay active and social with other people through gaming and through, you know, The Sims 4 and, you know, that sort of thing. And yeah, and I think that's such an amazing thing. I absolutely love that, the connectivity of this game, and how it connects like people from all over the world, because we're from all over the world, from different walks of life, and you know, different ages and all that sort of thing, and we're all here together just hanging out, talking about The Sims and life and all that sort of thing. Just phenomenal when you stop and think about it. I don't often stop and think about it, but I'm thinking about it right now, and it's like, wow. Annalise, the wedding was great. We had a navy and forest green color theme. Oh, that sounds divine. You got a cane in a forest green color that matched the bridesmaids' dresses perfectly too. Oh, that's so beautiful. It came together so perfectly, and I'm all done for in-person socialization for at least another month. Well, congratulations. That sounds absolutely amazing. And thank you for the follow. It does. It sounds truly beautiful. It's really lovely. Aww. Oh, I love that picture. Thank you, Dream Home Decorator, for that wonder. That's lovely. I eloped for my wedding. I got married on a beach in Puerto Rico. In San Juan, Puerto Rico. I went across the other side of the world, eloped, and got married on a beach in Puerto Rico, and then had my wedding pictures in an old fort, up on a hilltop. And that was me. I don't love having a door right beside the coffee table, but also I'm gonna do it anyway. Also, I'm still doing it. It's fine. So yeah, so I didn't really have a theme as such. I just kind of had me and my husband and our wedding planner, because we went across the side, the other side of the world, and we needed a wedding planner that spoke Spanish, because bilingual there, and all the red tape, that sort of thing that needed to be dotted and I'd and crossed and that sort of thing needed some definitely language help there. And she was amazing, planning everything from across the other side of the world from us. So yeah, it was really cool. See you later, Clint. Thank you for being here. I'm glad you had a wonderful time. We'll catch you next time, and enjoy D&D. Ah, that sounds wicked awesome. Have fun, and make sure you slay all the monsters. Slay all those monsters. Oh boy, yeah, it's been really, amazing. This whole stream today. I've had such a good time, so I'm really appreciate that, you all came and hung out with me today. Greatly appreciated. I feel like maybe I need to bring in like a little red or something in here. Just playing around with that concept, and I don't mind it. I've got like a little bit of red with the brick. I feel like this werewolf's brick has been absolutely perfect for this. And let's do a little hall area. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? Grange Mudroom kit. How good is that kit? Thank you very much, Peacemaker, for that one. Annalise, I love the first time I join a stream, I can just join a conversation and fit right in, so I've been really enjoying it. Aw! Yay! I'm glad that you felt like that. I mean, you know, it's been really nice to have you here, and I'm glad that you just sort of felt comfortable chitty-chatting away, because sometimes you do feel a little bit, particularly when you're sort of joining a new community, or, you know, you haven't sort of, you know, joined for the first time, and, you know, you don't know anyone, right? It's a little bit nerve-wracking. It's just like you kind of want to get an idea of the vibe and the flow of it all, and yeah, it's just a little too wide. Oh, I know what I could do maybe. So yeah, I'm glad that you felt comfortable, so I appreciate that. Thank you for coming in as well. I think I had such a good time on Kate's stream the other day. It was Saturday, right? Last Saturday. And I had such a good time with that, and it was really cool meeting like a whole community of Kiwis, you know, out there in the world. Us little Kiwis out there in the world, and Kiwis and stuff. And yeah, it was really cool, actually. Oh, perfect. Meeting you guys and getting to know you a bit. So I had fun on that. And yeah, I haven't seen Kate since. I imagine she's been busy out there in the world, because a lot going on for her at the moment. But yes, I had an absolute blast at that stream, and it was really cool getting to know you guys. I don't always have a lot of time on Saturday mornings, just because I quite often get dragged out. So I'm glad that I had the opportunity to catch you streaming too. Okay, I love your streams. The vibes are always nice and relaxed and friendly. Oh, thank you, McKay. I appreciate that. I love that. It's always nice to hear, you know? So I do appreciate that. Thank you. And I'm glad that you feel comfy coming in and hanging out. Oh. Annalise, I always love finding other Kiwi simmers. Same here. It's actually really nice, because it feels, it's just from an identity point of view, you know, like I feel like, you know, you instantly kind of know each other just because, you know, culturally we're going to be pretty similar. I mean, hey, not all Kiwis are the same and that sort of thing, but it is quite nice to meet other simmers, and Kiwi simmers at that, just because, you know, we've got something in common already. We're Kiwis and we're simmers. We love the same thing, and that's always nice. And, you know, New Zealand's not the biggest of countries, so we kind of find each other and just like, oh yeah, I know so-and-so, and next thing you know, you've got 3 people that are in common. But it's a bit hard on stream, because, you know, it's a little bit more, you know, you don't say, you know, Julie down at the shops or whatever. It's not quite the same conversation as you would have out on the street, and you meet someone and you're just like, oh yeah, I know them. Yeah. They do this and that, and the next thing, yep. That's classic Kiwi, right? McKay, I'm an English, so not a Kiwi, but I feel the culture is kind of similar in ways. You know what, McKay? You're absolutely right. I feel like there's a lot of similarity there between our cultures, because we are quite an English-based culture. We were, I guess, yeah, we had a lot of the English sort of coming through this country, and establishing a lot of, you know, their culture and stuff in here. I mean, my dad was English, so I grew up on a lot of English stuff as it was anyway. And yeah, I feel like we do have a lot in common from that perspective, just because we are quite an Englishy kind of country, I think, in a way, from that. Kiwi, you are one of those too. Kiwi, yeah. Kiwi is also a Kiwi simmer. Hilariously subtle about it. I love that. Okay, I feel like the social norms are very similar, politeness, etc. Yeah, I think we've got, yeah, I think I agree with that. They're very, very similar. And I think that's because we have very much a background when it comes to sort of that English sort of culture as well here. So yeah, I do feel like that's something that is very, there's way too many windows in this room. Very similar. So yeah, spot on. You nailed it. I agree. we have got those sort of similar personalities and cultural backgrounds that make you feel quite comfortable coming in. Don't have to be a Kiwi to be here. That's for sure. There wouldn't be very many people here otherwise. I feel like sometimes we're a little bit of a rare breed out there in the world, but that's okay. Makes us special or something. I don't know. Making up stuff now. That's for sure. I'm going very black in this room. This is going to be a very black room. I'm going to brighten it up with something. Kiwi, not the fruit either. Well, that's the thing. Like sometimes people will say you're, you know, if I say, oh yeah, I'm a Kiwi, and they're like, what? You're a fruit? It's like, no, it's what New Zealanders call themselves. We're Kiwis. And it's just like, what? You're a fruit? What now? Like, no, I'm not a fruit. I mean, I might have a fruit-like banana brain, but I'm not a fruit in general. Kiwi. If the Kiwi part of the name didn't give it away, New Zealand at the end did. Yeah, that's a good point. Lost time machine. I'm a fruit, but not a Kiwi. Okay, here's the question. So if you were a fruit, what kind of fruit would you be? So, yeah, what kind of fruit would you be if you were a fruit? This is a good question. What fruit would I be? I don't know. Now I've asked the question and now I don't know the answer. I don't feel like I would be a banana, although I do love the color yellow, so maybe I would be a banana. But I'm just thinking about fruits that are sweet, and I'm not a particularly sweet person. I'm nice, but I'm not sweet. I feel like I don't consider myself to be a sweet person. Lost time machine. You're gonna be a sour plum. Kiwi, you're something sweet. See, I'm not sweet, so I'm trying to think of a fruit that isn't sweet, like a cherry, like a sour, maybe like a slightly unripe cherry. Annalise, also, I gotta be honest, when people talk about eating kiwis as in the fruit, my first thought is to be horrified, because to me, kiwi means either the bird or a New Zealander, and we call the fruit kiwi fruit. Yes, we do. We qualify the name kiwi as a fruit with fruit at the end of it, just because we are Kiwis and we have kiwis, and we don't eat either. We don't eat either here. We do eat kiwi fruit, but we don't eat actual kiwis, and we don't eat actual kiwis because it's the bird and it's ourselves. So we do need to qualify kiwi with kiwi fruit on the end because of that reason. Yes. Snapbee, you're headed to bed. Have a great rest of the stream. Thank you for being here, Snapbee. Thanks for popping in, and you enjoy the rest of your day. Hopefully I can catch you on stream soon. But yeah, thank you. Bye. Sleep well. Kiwi, Val, you want to have seeds or not have seeds? Oh, now that's a good question. I don't want to have seeds because I don't like seeds and things like pomegranates. Annoy me so greatly. Does anybody else get greatly annoyed by like pomegranates and like watermelon seeds? I will go through, if I'm eating a watermelon, I will go through and I'll pick out all the seeds before I'll eat it, because I don't like crunching in on seeds because I feel like they ruin the whole fruit. So I don't want to know about seeds. I don't like seeds. So I'm a no seeds person. McKay, I think I'd be a blueberry. Actually, that's a good choice because you could be tart or you could be sweet. And yeah, that's a nice choice. I feel like I would be a little tart and sweet. I don't actually really like tart fruits myself. I like sweet fruits, but I'm not a sweet person, so I feel like that would not suit my personality. But I am a little bit tart. I have a little bit of a tart tongue on me. At least, I mean, I am a bit fruity, but I'd be something that's mostly sweet but has a bit of a tang. Ooh. Sweet but a bit of a tang. You know what I'm kind of thinking for you? And I'm thinking I can't think of the name right now. Oh, what is it? A tomarello fruit. You know the tomarellos? They're kind of sweet, but they got like a little bit of tartness to them. Maybe you'd be a tomarello. Kiwi, yep. So you got to think seedless fruits for sure. For me, definitely seedless. I am not a fan of seeds in fruit at all. Pomegranates, no. Watermelons, I have to take the seeds out first. Anything else with seeds that I can't think of right now? Oh, grapes with seeds in them. Oh, that drives me bananas because I just want to, I want to just crunch into my lovely grape, and then like they have a seed in it, and I'm like, oh man. Oh, I love this picture. Yeah. So no seeds for me for sure. And at least it's something too seedy. I don't like it. Yeah. I feel like they ruin the taste when you have too many seeds. I mean, it's kind of going through my window. Actually, you know what? I'm going to get rid of those windows anyway, because we're a bathroom. We don't have too many windows. There we go. That's better. Annalise, maybe I'd be a grape because you can make that into something that gets better with age. I love that. Making it better with age. Now, that's kind of perfect. That's kind of perfect. The older you get, the better you get, right? Tamarillo. Well, that means you can be a strawberry. What is it called? Sure, is it? It's just Tamarillo. Tamarillo. Yeah, it's a fruit. Tamarillo fruit. These things here. These ones. You know these ones. They've got the seeds in them, but they're kind of tangy. They're kind of sweet. They're a subtropical plant. I don't know. But yeah, they're really yummy. Despite the fact they've got seeds in them, they're actually really yummy. The old Tamarillos. I don't know if they have another name. Tamarillo? Also a drink, as it turns out. But yeah, they are, I haven't had one in years, but they're really good. That means you can be a strawberry as this tiny, can't be a strawberry as this tiny seeds. Well, the tiny seeds aren't so bad with the strawberry. I could probably be a strawberry. I feel like that's something I could do. Feel like maybe. You know what, I might do the life and death bath because of the stripy, and it matches the kitchen with the stripy marble. Oh, I thought there was a stripy marble version. Hang on. Oh, yeah, with the gold. Okay, maybe that's what I was thinking of. McKay, my household has 4 kids and it's a lot. Well, 3 are theirs, the 4th is mum's brothers because the grandma decided to adopt a toddler and then dropped dead, so we took them in. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. That sounds like it's a lot. Oh, my gosh. Oh, boy. Oh, dear. You need to go sort out some lunch? Yes, please do. I'm going to be wrapping up probably very shortly. We're just about finished our house, so we've done really well. So, yeah, please go eat, go chill out, do what you need to do. Thank you. Take care of yourselves. That's the most important thing, that you guys take care of yourselves. And look after yourselves, because, you know, nobody else is going to do it, really. Got to look after you. But not too far from being done, and I really appreciate you guys all hanging out with me today. It's been such a good stream. I've had such a good time, and, you know, I also appreciate everyone that's kind of lurked in the background and just sort of hung out there quietly. You guys are amazing too, so thank you for being here. I really do, genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate it. It's just, it's made for, you know, you guys make the streams fun, really, at the end of the day, and I appreciate that you guys actually spend your time with me, because, you know, you don't have to. So the fact that you make that choice and that you do is pretty awesome to me. It really is. And I appreciate it every single time that anyone actually comes and watches me do anything. Because I'm like, wow, you actually spent your time with me. That is amazing. Still blows my mind that people actually will come and watch me do anything. It genuinely does. It genuinely does. Like, yeah. You know, it's just one of those things where I feel like, you know, it's just, I wouldn't have pictured this for myself. Like a few years ago, if you'd said, oh yeah, I'm going to be streaming live and people are actually going to come and watch me. Yeah, I'm never going to be like a massive streamer or anything like that. But, you know, the fact that I'm just little old me and people will come and talk to me and, you know, share a bit of themselves with me. It's really quite awesome. So I appreciate it every single time. Thank you guys. McKay, we also have a horse, a cow, and a llama. How many people in the household? I guess the cow and the llama don't count as actual people, right? So do you have like a full house full with 8 people and what have you? Because that seems like a busy household. Thank you. Remember to save. Rainbow, thank you for being here. Gotta go to bed. The build's looking amazing. Thank you. And I will have an awesome rest of the stream. Thank you for being here. Sleep well. I will catch you next time around. Hopefully I can catch you on stream soon. I hope so. Although I think the hours are a bit whack for some of my pals at the moment on stream. So I've been missing a lot of streams, I feel like. I do try and keep an eye out. But that doesn't mean I always get everything or everyone that I want to catch live. But that's the nature of time zones, isn't it? Sadly. Time zones be weird. Particularly, I feel like, for New Zealand when it's heading into winter and getting into the winter time zone. It does get really difficult to catch some of my fave streamers and that sort of thing live, because just the way that time zones work, and they end up streaming, you know, quite early in the morning for me, and I'm busy getting the kids and stuff ready for school, and it does sometimes mean that, yeah, I don't really catch people live like I would do during the summer months, which sucks. Ain't much to be done about it, but it sucks. Thank you, time zones. But everyone, if you need to pop off, that's fine. I understand perfectly. You know, got to take care of you, right? Make sure you get the eats, make sure you get the sleeps, all that sort of thing. Oh, I haven't used the sleek bathroom kit for a hot minute, and it's making me happy. It's just reminding me again of why I love this kit so much, because it's really so good. It's just so pretty for modern houses. I think it's because I've been doing so many of the fairy builds, and I haven't been doing modern builds, and I haven't been able to use some of the packs that I would normally use for a modern build, and then all of a sudden I can use it, and it's just like, oh, happy days. This makes me so happy. I do. I mean, from my wish list for this pack, I mean, I could say like half a dozen things that I want for the bathroom. I mean, there's no way that they could fit everything in here that I would want for this bathroom pack. Like, you know, I want more hanging things, you know, stuff like that. It just, yeah, basically primarily I want more hanging things. More hanging things would be amazing. Switch that out, actually, now that I think about that. You know, having the ability to have some more hanging things that we can put on the wall would have just made me the happiest of girls. But, you know, it is what it is. We have what we have. And what we have is really, really quite great. So I ain't going to complain about what we have. I'm a greedy girl, and I want more. That's all I'm going to say about it. Annalise, I seem to be using the sleek bathroom kit for every bathroom since it came out. Yes, I went through a phase where I was using it for absolutely everything. Every time I was in the bathroom, and any time that I could find any other reason to use it, I would absolutely be in there and I'd be using it, and it would just work every single time. It's one of those kits that I feel like is just extremely user-friendly, particularly for a modern home. You can just do so much with it, and it's just, you know, you can kind of put it together in a way that it can look really different every time. It's going to have to go black. I can maybe keep that green. There's something else in green I can put in there. And yeah, the flexibility of it is just what makes it so good, I feel like. Anytime you can have a pack that is flexible and that you can use in a whole lot of different ways, I feel like that's going to be the kind of pack that you get more out of than a pack that is really quite specific, and, you know, you really struggle to find uses for it beyond, you know, a particular thing. Like, you know, I actually really love the Oasis, what is it? The Oasis Courtyard, that's the word. The Oasis Courtyard kit. You know, I absolutely love that kit, but I feel like it's very specific. And I do struggle a little bit to use, like, some things are fairly flexible, but other things I do struggle to use outside of particular styles of build. And, you know, I think for me, when we do kits like this, the kits that really do work in the long term are ones where we don't have necessarily a strong specific theme, and that it can actually be a little bit more flexible and user-friendly in a way that, you know, we can get a lot of different styles and different uses out of it. But that could just be me on that one. But I'm very excited to see what else we get this year, because we're coming down to, I guess, the end of the year, aren't we? It's kind of rapidly going downhill, the year. We're in, what, September the 12th, and for me, and yeah, so we've got September, October, November, December, 3 months essentially left in this year. We're coming very rapidly up to Christmas, which means we're sort of coming to the point where we're getting to the last sort of things before the year wraps up for The Sims in terms of content. And wow, I mean, I don't know what's coming out. I'm very excited to see what's coming out, but I don't know what's coming out. And I mean, we've still got an EP to come out yet. So I mean, we've got a new pack coming, and that hasn't even come out yet. But I'm excited to see that, and plus whatever else they have in store for us for the rest of the year, because we haven't received a roadmap or anything at this point, so you know, there's no real clues as to what we're going to be getting right now, but that's fine. I don't mind a bit of mystery as well. Look at that. Oh, a black bathroom and a black kitchen in this build, you know, that's just making me happy, right? And then we have this little section right here. I still haven't finished that. I don't know what to do with it. I don't know what to do with it. I'm just half tempted just to turn it into a garden, but we've already got it like a little garden section. You know what? I'm just going to turn it into a garden. That's what I'm going to do. And that's that. So I'm going to have like a little winding path down the garden. There we go. We'll have a little seat under the tree and a little garden going down. Perfect. Problem solved. All else fails, just turn it into a garden. That's what I say. That's what I'm saying today anyway. Just a little modern garden. And we'll have some stones running through, and it'll do the job nicely, and then that will be our build for the day. Isn't that amazing? I've managed to do a whole build today, and I think we've done all right too. I'm pretty happy with it. It's essentially what I kind of had in mind when I started this morning. Essentially, not exactly, but essentially. I feel like essentially is not too bad a thing. We'll edge the path. There we go. Beautiful. And then we'll have a sweet little chair underneath the tree, and then that'll be a lovely little garden path that the Sims can have a romantic sort of stargazing moment on. Because, you know, ever since we got the stargazing option, I think, was it with Lovestruck? Sims have absolutely loved coming along and sitting there on any bench they can possibly find and staring up at the sky and pointing in a romantic fashion. So I feel like, you know, that's going to be perfect for that. I don't know why I didn't just paint this all brown. Oh, I do know. Because I needed to know the shape I was doing. That's why. There was a reason I did it like that. Silly me. Look at that. Excellent. Move that over. Beautiful little garden path, and we'll have a nice seat underneath there, and hey, presto. That's ourselves a build. I always love that bench from Snowy Escape. I just think it's a nice bench. What can I say? It's just a nice bench. So, I don't know what you guys are up to for the rest of the day, but whatever it is, I hope it's fantastic. And it's Friday. My favourite day of the week, because I love a Friday. I get excited by Fridays. They are my favourite thing. So whatever you're doing for your Friday, if you're in Friday yet, if you're not in Friday yet, whatever you're doing, I hope it's fantastic and that you have fun doing it. I think I've got everything there, right? Kitchen, dining, toilet, couple of bedrooms, a hot tub. We've got lots of activities. And there we are. That's our build. I will playtest that and get that up on the gallery, probably on the weekend. We'll see how we go. Although, I did build something. I should save this, actually, before I get too excited. Looks kind of funny on the gallery. Oh, well. I did save something yesterday. I built something yesterday, and I tried to put it up on the gallery, and I kept on getting an error. This thing here. Yeah, so I'm getting that. There was an error uploading your item to the gallery. I feel like that's a problem. So that's the thing. I have to do a game repair. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap it up there. Thank you so much for being here. I've had, honestly, such a blast today, and I really appreciate every single one of you for hanging out with me today. It's been fun. I'm heading into the weekend, so I will be back on Tuesday, New Zealand time, 9 a.m. And we are going to be streaming the Mashup Shell tours. So it's going to be tours next week, and I'm looking forward to that. I think that'll be really fun. There'll be some amazing builds, and it's going to be great. Great to see what everybody has done with the mashup shells, because that was an interesting one. So thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. You guys have a fantastic day. I will catch you next time around, hopefully on Tuesday for tours, and have a great weekend. Bye bye. Oh, I'm going to be raiding out on Twitch as well, by the way. I'm going to have a little raid, so I forgot that. We're gonna raid into Bonjour Kitty, so we'll go say hi to Bonjour and head off. Okay, guys. Bye-bye. See you soon. And, have that great weekend. I hope you guys can come on the raid. Bye-bye. We'll see you next time around. Mwah.